Ciao, ciao.
चाओ चाओ कैसे हो यार सब लोग आई थिंक this directly after last week's stream I think we have returned to this I think because after I think for a long time we didn't drop anything barring a few shots और I think Italy के performances से I think सब surprise हो गए I guess थोड़ा मतलब फ्रांस को हराया I know we got अजय भाई's opinion on that of course but कौस्तुभ का भी ले लेंगे but before we get into all of it and before we see who else is in the house here how are you doing कौस्तुभ
Good, good. I mean, मैं तो I think 2 weeks से नहीं आया. I think I was
हाँ
not here last week either. So हाँ, good to be back and good to be in a week where Italy actually did well for the first time in what 3-4 months.
I think वो परफॉर्मेंस से बहुत लोग ऑफ कोर्स शॉक हो गए बट बिफोर वील गेट इनटू ऑल दैट वेरी ब्रीफली बट अजय भाई हाउ आर यू डूइंग
All good, yaar. All good. यार परम एक तो तूने clean shave किया है. It's looking good. I have to say.
या आई डोंट नो सो आई जस्ट ट्रिम इट वेरी फाइनली आई डोंट शेव इट ऑफ कंप्लीटली
And हमने Spalletti को इतना गाली दिया last Thursday को. And मतलब टकले ने पूरा मतलब खुन्नस दिखा दिया. I think ये अपना stream जीता है Spalletti जाके वही करता है मतलब जो हम बोलते हैं उसके opposite जाके करता है Spalletti.
He did a Allegri 3-5-1-1 formation.
हाँ 3-5-1-1 or at least he's sticking to what he
and it worked. It worked for Italy somehow.
Yeah.
Despite conceding in the first
club football is
seconds.
back, man. I mean, after the international
वो तो डी लोरेंजो पे है ना वो सब वो तो डी लोरेंजो पे है ना कोस्ट वो तो डी लोरेंजो ऑफ कोर्स his own son but before we get into all the chat let's see who's in the house Rajat is here nice to have you यार CL preview देखते हैं रजत देखते हैं fixtures पे डिपेंड करता है let's see we'll try to do something nice to have you only hate we've got some good games coming up in the UCL Inter versus Man City Liverpool versus Milan Atalanta Arsenal of course Rivas who is
Atlanta
here
Arsenal.
Yeah, steal of the summer in your opinion for me it would be Pavlovic of Milan. Interesting take. I don't know if I would call it steal. Steal. I mean, I think they paid the fair amount जो Salzburg को चाहिए था. Steal मतलब I think अगर तू बोलना चाहता है would be थोड़ा undercut करके sign करना right? Because तो Pavlovic के लिए I think 20 million given his contract and everything is more than fair. I felt.
I think compare it to his actual ability to his value. That will be undervalued signing wala.
Yeah, fair enough. Italy versus England coming up next week. Italy played beyond expectation against France. हाँ यार मतलब we discussed this on Ajay Bhai's channel. मतलब after Italy equalized, मैं France को देखा बहुत flat performance था. You know, midfield got outplayed very easily. Deschamps didn't have a plan to counter that. So very evident. Ciao Streams of Dreams. I started following Serie after watching it on Sony. This was podcast like IFTV to understand the game and league a little more. Nice one IFTV. It's a good podcast for the most part. मेरे थोड़े reservations है उस पे कभी और दिन discuss करेंगे what I think about IFTV. But I feel overall उन्होंने ही ये kick start किया था. Obviously Italian football podcast का revolution. So उधर आप उनको definitely credit दे सकते हो. Credit when it's due. CL वॉच अलॉन्ग करना ट्राई करेंगे रजत देख वॉच अलॉन्ग हम लोग डेफिनेटली हर एक मतलब जब भी कर सकते हैं ट्राई करेंगे कीप एन आई आई थिंक अजय भाई इज प्लानिंग टू डू वॉच अलॉन्ग ऑन हिज चैनल फॉर अ रोमा गेम दिस वीक
Genoa Roma this Sunday 4 p.m. kickoff. I love 4 p.m. kickoffs.
धूप में खेलने आ जाते हैं
एकदम
Fratesi is the best backup midfielder in the world. It's good to have a player like that. मैं यही बोल सकता. Why doesn't
he's a center forward now?
हाँ वो he's a forward and मैं उसका नंबर he already has 7 goals okay for Italy वो actually अगर यही रेट पे गोल मारता गया ना वो top 5 all time scorers में पहुंचेगा which is crazy which is funny यार which is you see all the names Silvio Piola and all then you see Davide Fratesi right below him which is quite funny
by the way
6 under Spalletti no
do you know who's the all time highest midfielder goal scoring midfielder for the Azzurri
Totti एक नहीं I mean sorry Totti बोल रहा De Rossi
it is De Rossi 21 goals
21 हाँ वो list
do you know amount of goals that Totti has scored for Azzurri obviously he had a very cut short career
yeah
can you guess the number of goals
number of goals बताओ I can't recall
9.
right now 9
which is too short Fratesi is too short
या फ्रतेजी पहुंचेगा टॉप 5 में लिख के देता हूं भाई वो जो लिस्ट है ये मस्त कमेंट है ऑफ कोर्स बट इज 3 at the back the future of this Italian league स्प्लिटी ने कंफर्म कर दिया भाई 3-5 ब्लॉक वही है अभी आगे जाके उसको, लेकिन बैकअप बनना पसंद नहीं है, स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो ही अंडरस्टैंड्स द कंपटीशन. उसका एजेंट इज द वन हु इज ट्राइंग टू मेक अ बिग डील आउट ऑफ इट. इट्स नॉट फ्रतेजी मेकिंग अ बिग डील. Obviously, if he gets good game time this season, then I don't think there will be an issue. Anyways, 3 game हुआ है. I don't think there is any need to worry as of today. I'm more excited to see UA back in the UCL and Inter Man City, sorry, UCL is back next week. Yeah, मैं भी excited हूँ. देखते वो Man City का तो Carabao Cup game, I don't think वो reschedule हुआ है ना, कुछ तो एक दिन पहले ही है Inter के game के पहले. I think has that been rescheduled? Obviously, they'll send kids if it's not rescheduled, but yeah,
they have enough of a squad to rotate.
Yeah, exactly. More than that, to be fair. Sorry, Mr. Spalletti, I wasn't familiar with with your game. Where is Yogesh? वो आ रहा है. Yogesh, Chintan भाई, DJ भाई थोड़ा आ रहे हैं. वो लोग सब लेट आ रहे हैं थोड़ा. Nice to have you, game man. I'm seeing you for the first time here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I saw the number go up to 955 just before we went up live. So please, we are trying to get to 1K.
Nice.
पहुंचा दो. Giveaway का आपको information जल्दी आएगा. We are just finalizing everything, so you'll get to know. Nishan, do you think Brazil can miss next World Cup? We'll get to this in depth, but don't rule it out. एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, they are very lucky कि they are playing Chile and Peru next. Otherwise, they would be screwed absolutely.
Yeah.
वो Chile Peru नहीं होता ना, तो बैंड बच जाती है.
Schedule has sort of favored them.
Yeah, schedule is helping them. Rivera, yes, Rivera. मैं भूल गया सब Italian legends से. Fratesi is better than Barella. वो Casano is an idiot. उसको Barella पसंद नहीं है personally. उसको पसंद नहीं है तो उस पे ही निकालता है सब. उसको कुछ Casano knows ना कि what he says is going to sell, right? Cost and get the
exactly.
views.
Same for Ticano as well.
Yeah, Casano discovered Twitter X premium features जो blue tick वाला है before Elon Musk को discover it.
Yeah. अरे देख यार, Casano को seriously लेके मतलब नहीं. It's 2024.
Exactly.
And मैं उसको legend नहीं बोलूँगा.
Legend. Bobo TV or something.
Yeah,
what is his channel name?
उसका VRE के साथ झगड़ा हुआ ना. They are not on Bobo TV anymore. It's very funny. VRE Casano fighting all whatever over some petty show. But why did Totti retire so early from Italy? Very briefly, Ajay bhai, then we can start.
To prolong his Roma career, because he felt that he had won everything with Italy, which is the World Cup. So retire on a high and prolong his Roma career, which actually he did. So fair play.
Yeah. Worldly, it says appreciate the people who are here. अरे यार इतना कोई stress नहीं भाई. I'm sure he's just asking for Yogesh. इतना कोई stress की बात नहीं है. Anthony will only save Brazil. My God. Who do you think wins the Cup? So Bodayan, आज का जो tier maker कर रहे हैं, as part of the bold predictions, we are also doing the Capo Canonier, the MVP, the breakthrough player. So ये उसके साथ सबका अलग अलग रहेगा. तब ले लेंगे हम लोग. So I'm starring this basically. ठीक है, तो let's start. मैं कौस्तुभ से start करना है because कौस्तुभ से स्टार्ट करते हैं. चलो, I'll pull up the tier maker. Okay, कौस्तुभ, पहले हम लोग obviously 20 teams को rank करेंगे, then the other stuff comes in. Okay, so I'll just firstly pull up the banner because just people should know कि मैं कौस्तुभ से start कर रहा हूँ in case people join in late. ठीक है, let's start with कौस्तुभ. कौस्तुभ, पहले तो obviously Serie अच्छा चालू है. I mean, obviously 3 game week ही हुआ है, but you see Inter and UA at the top in the actual table. Of course, I hope this is visible first. ये visible है, right?
Yeah.
हाँ. So obviously अच्छा चालू है, but अब हम जानते हैं basically the purpose of doing this video. मैं और अजय भाई डिस्कस कर रहे थे and Kostov also कि basically market close हुआ, some games have been played, so एक better idea आता है कि where teams are likely headed, not based on 3 games, but at least based on what we see early on थोड़ा. So let's get started here. We'll start with the bottom teams. Kostov, relegation से तेरे 3 टीम कौन है relegation के लिए? और basically what I'm trying to say is अगर तू left में कोई team, so if you the furthest on the right will be 20th. बाद में right to left will be basically the order. समझा तुझे? So who's finished 20th for you in this league?
I would say Venezia. So अभी when the season, we know the reason why. वो हमने बहुत बार बात करा है. Main reason being our GOAT manager, who's fallen off a cliff. But I think हमने काफी बार before the season started, I think one day before the season kicked off, we spoke of Udinese being a potential candidate. I don't think they will get relegated. I think Venezia are bang on that contender. But I think I would say हमने Como की भी काफी बात करी. I would say Como go down.
Is it 19th or 18th? 19th you mean, right?
19th.
हाँ, okay. So Venezia is 20th, Como 19th, ठीक है. और
Parma stay up. Parma stay up. I think
Parma I feel is
Parma top 10. easily top 10.
But who's
So
your
I was
final
speaking of
candidate for relegation?
the ones who get relegated. I would say maybe Monza. Not maybe. In fact, it will be Monza. Because they've not made any major changes to the side. जो लोग loan पे गए थे, a couple of them have returned. Ownership issues and whatnot. So I think they go down. They've not impressed much either. The way their season has started. So I think these are the three. I think it may say, though, I would rather say a very likely one being Monza, one being Venezia. Como ka, a lot of people are iffy कि it can work out, it might not, depending on how the players integrate. But ये team for me are the ones who go down.
So would you, एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ, तू कोमो को मोंजा के ऊपर डाल रहे है या नीचे रख रहे है उसके?
I don't know, honestly, because Como ka is like a flip of a coin. Juventus ke against, we saw that game first 15-20 minutes they were decent, but then you saw absolutely nothing for them in attack. So I think depends. But for now, even if their new signings sort of click, Nico Paz will start the next game. Sergio Roberto is a decent signing for identity building, but again, a lot of uncertainties in that side.
Fair enough.
I think 19th or 18th.
Yeah, fair enough. तो ये कौस्तुभ के relegation candidates है, right at the bottom Venezia है उसके लिए, Como 19 पे, Monza 18 पे, this is a fair take as well. But let's move उसके ऊपर थोड़ा. Obviously we are building up to the winners from the bottom. 14 to 17 तेरे को क्या लग रहा है? 17, 16, 15, 14 mid, ये जो थोड़ा just above relegation candidates, sort of mid table, that mix zone, क्या लग रहा है तुझे?
I think इसमें one team that makes absolute sense is Cagliari. Because of their Sam Allardyce region. So I think, I don't know if they will finish 17th or not, but they would just about avoid relegation. Might not be because of Nicola,
17th or 16th.
Or 16 might not be because of Nicola, but kab jayenge. Somehow. I think Lecce will be there. Like Lecce
which is
made
above or
decent
below
moves.
Cagliari? Above or below Cagliari? To make it easier for you, what do you think? Just whatever.
I think slightly above. Slightly above. So 17th or 16th or whatever.
Yeah, 16th.
Then there's, I think, kitna ho gaya? 16th and 17th. We are done with 16 and 17.
Yeah, 17, 16, 15. 15
Empoli as well. But Empoli, I would say 14th. I would say 14th, not
14th. ठीक है, तो एक टीम के बीच में डालना है basically. ठीक है.
And beyond that, this is like that tricky part where you never know. It's a matter of 4 or 5 points कि वो कोई भी कहीं भी आ जाता है.
Put Hellas Verona also.
Good shout. I was thinking of Verona at somewhere around 13th. Although हम सब Verona haters हैं, but I would say
Parma.
Cagliari हो गया. Parma will probably be, I don't know, 9th, 10th or
Udinese हमेशा यही zone में finish होता है, by the way.
I was gonna say Udinese. They're perennially finishing there. वो Udinese का ऐसा लगता है कि एक time आएगा where they will go down. And that could be any season. जैसे वो नहीं था for 3 or 4 seasons, Genoa, Cagliari finishing slightly above and then going down, then coming back. So I think Udinese will be there. Now, where are we at? 15th?
Yeah, एक टीम डालना है इधर और basically वो arrange कर सकते तो.
Udinese go there.
तो I would say तो Udinese बोल रहा है below Empoli, above Lecce, Cagliari, which is 15th.
Yeah, 15th.
Fair enough. अब जाते हैं इसके ऊपर. Obviously हमारा mid table और relegation scrap हो गया. 10 to 13 जाते हैं यार. मतलब obviously now थोड़ा tough दिख रहा है because इधर क्या लगता है तुझे? Because हमने discuss किया थोड़ा Genoa के बारे में कि थोड़ा थोड़ा squad depleted है, पर still you expect them to be there.
जैसे players हैं.
क्या लग रहा है तुझे?
I think Genoa finished 12th, Verona 13th.
Verona 13th, okay. 10-11,
I think the good part about Empoli, like randomly बोला मैं काफी, but Empoli have actually looked pretty decent. हमने chat पे भी बात करी थी कि Empoli in an attacking sense have looked decent. Fazzini को वो थोड़ा advanced role में खिला के, Jassy doing well on that other side. So I think something's coming together, but I think squad में उतना है नहीं. There's like 3 or 4 players up front who can do something. Solbach and but I think Verona, Genoa तो वहीं पे होंगे. Verona have actually been decent as well. But again, Verona का weird part is they always lose players. And January में they will probably lose Chacho again. Put to I don't know, Juve, Premier Club or
Lazio.
क्या लग रहा है पर तेरे को ये 13 को तूने 12 जनवा डाला 13 वेरोना तो और दो क्या डाल रहा है तू?
Parma I would say 10th.
Yeah, Parma 10th, fair.
Torino 9th.
This is where it gets a bit.
I would say 11th is that hot take Fiorentina.
Yeah, because Fiorentina early on तो बहुत कुछ खास किया नहीं है भाई. And obviously we know their squad has been थोड़ा haphazard manner में build हुआ है. So we move थोड़ा ऊपर. But before we get into that यार थोड़ा और ऊपर जाने से पहले थोड़े मैं comments ले लेता हूँ before we finish the top half of with you Kaustubh. थोड़ा ऊपर comments. So Bodhan का मैंने comment star करके रखा है because we have to take bold predictions. Barella is the greatest Italian midfielder ever, only saw Pirlo in his 14-15. So Barella is my goal. ठीक है, at least you're admitting तूने जितना देखा उसमें, fair enough. Am I the only person who thinks Conceição has a higher ceiling than Yildiz but a lower base than Yildiz? Interesting take. Conceição talented तो बहुत है. He had a lot of
star करके रख इसको. परम let the UA fans decide.
Yeah. Something we will look back on in the next 3 years or something.
Yeah. मेरे हिसाब से it's too soon to judge.
Yeah, too soon to judge.
Conceição memes are actually hilarious.
Yeah. No, but I do think Conceição बहुत talented है. But I see Parma going down, so he's clarifying कि that's his bold prediction. Fair enough. No one's laughing at it. वो तेरा bold prediction है, no problem. We rate Parma very highly because we know उनका recruitment बहुत अच्छा रहा है. Obviously, that the loss to Napoli was also very unlucky. To be very fair. So how good was Rui Costa? A lot of the current Portuguese players like Bernardo Silva have said that he's their idol. Of course, मतलब उधर कुछ बोलने की जरूरत है नहीं. He was obviously very good.
This warrants one video on Rui Costa.
Yeah, I think Parma for I think you meant अच्छा bottom half के prediction में Cagliari going down हो सकता है even if Nicola is a specialist. I do think वो लोग रहेंगे जैसे कौस्तुभ ने बोला उस जोन में. हमारे predictions आप देख लोगे. Como with Belotti, Pepe, Rafael Varane going down will be nuts. 2 of the players you have named are washed pretty much. Belotti कुछ किया नहीं है पहले 3 गेम में. He's been horrible.
वो सीजन में नहीं करेगा.
Yeah, और कोई Pepe Reina has been making blunders. Rafael Varane is not available. अब बोलो
Wait for Como to play a top 6 club.
Yeah. जब तक Fabregas basic errors अपने बंद नहीं करेगा, I don't see. मतलब he's making too many basic errors in my opinion.
Selection errors as well.
हाँ मतलब how do you? We can get to that later. Como will surely get 16. Fabregas doesn't have tactics nor man management. ये थोड़ा stretch है, but I get what you mean कि हाँ वो थोड़ा basic errors बहुत कर रहा है start में.
You see the signs.
Yeah, you see the signs. It's not inspiring at all. Lecce will go down in my opinion over Como. Fair enough. That's your opinion. Coaching retired players with no tactics, having highest budget is disgrace. Highest budget नहीं. Budget Como का just because they're the richest club in Serie doesn't mean that's their budget. Como कभी ज़्यादा spend at least in the first season नहीं करने वाली थी because this is a club that has seen 3 bankruptcies in their history. ठीक है? तो वो लोग इतना कभी करने ही नहीं वाले थे इतना spend. At least in this season आगे जाके देखते हैं. Bold prediction Fiorentina playing the relegation. I would say that's quite. मुझे अंदर से वही गंदी वाइब आ रही है Fiorentina की. But let's see, Deepesh. That's a good prediction, I would say. Inter winning the league is always.
Weird part about Fiorentina is कि वो, if say they're bang in that relegation zone come February, they'll change their manager right away. They will not stick to that standard, and that is when they'll get those 12-15 points, which will take them to that safe mid-table spot. So that's why I kept Fiorentina at that अपना 10th to 13th or 14th वाला spot.
Yeah. That's a fair prediction. Inter winning the league is his bold prediction. Nice one over there. 14 to 17 is the Bermudan Triangle of Serie. It's very hard to reliably say who will finish. हाँ, वो Serie में हमेशा it's very difficult. So you can ask Ajay bhai. We have already communicated it to that admin, right, Ajay bhai? But if you didn't get a reply, then we let DJ bhai come on the stream. उनको ही बता देते, वो आ ही रहे. We have already informed way before.
Or you can always pick another club to support, like Roma.
Yeah, exactly. If you feel betrayed by UA, you can come to Inter. There's no problem over there. What happened to Genoa sensation PR Tech? He was supposed to be the next big thing. Ravi, ये ना मैं तेरा comment ना इस पे एक शॉर्ट या वीडियो बनाएंगे, बट आई थिंक उसका वो क्या था ना, वन सीजन ओवर परफॉर्मेंस था, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. ही वाज थोड़ा ओवर हाइप. हाँ, वो उसको थोड़ा ओवर हाइप कर दिया था बिकॉज ऑफ द सेलिब्रेशन एंड एस्थेटिक्स ऑफ हिज गोल्स. एंड यू आल्सो हैव टू रिमेंबर, ऑब्वियसली वो मिलान टीम कुछ खास थी नहीं, विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट. इवन मिलान फैंस विल एग्री दैट टीम वाज वेरी एवरेज, और उसमें वो अटक गया. एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट उसका पोटेंशियल इतना हाई था नहीं. नाउ ही इज एट इस्तांबुल बसक्शehir in Turkey, a government-owned club which has no fans pretty much, or barely any fans. So 9th Bologna, 8th Torino, Fiorentina signed the legend Moise Kean. अरे यार रवि
गोल्स मार रहा है.
गोल्स मार रहा है. अजय भाई की प्रेडिक्शन थी he would score in the other day and he did. 7th Lazio. So I think we'll stop here. Bodhayan के comment को मैं फिर से स्टार कर रहा हूँ. ये Bodhayan asks a good question, so I will answer this after taking up Kostub's predictions and then moving to comments again, okay, Bodhayan? Yeah. Because we need to wrap up his predictions as well. Just 1 second. So let's get back to it, yeah, guys. 6 to 9 Kostub. ज़्यादा explanation ऐसा कुछ, मतलब ये अपन का guide नहीं है, right? मतलब you don't have to justify any pick if you think it's controversial. ये क्या लग रहा है तुझे, इधर क्या होने वाला है?
I think अभी रजत he hit the nail on the head, because I was thinking something along the same lines, that Bologna finished 9th, Torino 8th, and Lazio 7th.
Lazio 7th. Lazio का वो हर सीजन का 7th हो गया है भाई, मतलब Lazio का.
You know,
Thala for a reason.
6th wala is very tricky, because I'm thinking who's gonna fall off from the top 4. This is very good stuff. Start to think in those terms. Because I think 6th is Roma.
Ooh. Oh boy. Roman club sharing. But okay, fair enough. No worries. We'll get your views on that. 2 to 5 क्या लग रहा है अभी मुझे? Because obviously इधर तू पिक जो भी करेगा उसके बाद तेरा स्कूडेटो विनर्स पता ही चल जाएगा automatically. So
what I initially thought is 5th and 6th are going to be between Milan and Roma.
Fair.
The way things are going.
हाँ ठीक है, चलता है. That's
Milan for now. वो ऊपर नीचे हो जाएगा however the season goes. And then 4th, Napoli.
Oh.
To me, they just about get top 4. The way Conte की Tottenham team got in his first season. I think last 2 games में जो वो important playoff match होता है, they win it and then qualify. So 4th Napoli, 3rd Atlanta.
Fair enough.
2nd Juve.
Fair enough. ठीक है, तो ये कोस्तुब के प्रेडिक्शंस हो गया है भाई कि he thinks obviously Inter retains the Scudetto.
Screenshot ले ले परम.
हाँ, screenshot. I'll take this on my phone, या फिर हाँ, I'll do it on my phone better that way. But yeah, these are ये कोस्तुब के प्रेडिक्शन है भाई लोग. Again, these are just predictions. आपको मतलब अगर अच्छा नहीं लगते तो you don't need to be upset over it, because at the end of the day इसका prediction है and you can have different predictions. जैसे लोगों के हम comments में opinions देख रहे हैं, everybody सबका अलग opinion है, fair enough, but these are Kostub's predictions as you can see. Scudetto for Inter, UA, Atalanta, Napoli, Milan to take the Champions League spots if Italy retains the 5th place, of course, coefficient में. उसके नीचे Roman clubs, Torino, Bologna, and then you can see Parma, Fiorentina. He expects Parma to have a good season. Middle scrap वही है, Empoli, Udinese. और relegation में उसके लिए है Monza, Como, Venezia. So ये Kostub का है, but Kostub, very quickly to move on again to you. Who do you think is going to be the top scorer of the Serie this season?
If the season had started and Lautaro was playing already, I would have said Lautaro, but now I would say Thuram.
Fair enough.
And I know for a fact he's not one of those Vlahovic sort of names, but I would say Thuram. He has 3 already. 3 हो गए ना उसके? 3 or 4?
हाँ, 4.
So he has 4 already, and the structure around him is such that they have that Lautaro ka backup in Taremi. So Thuram can do his own job while running into those channels, which is his main role. So I think Thuram is that top scorer.
Fair enough. तेरे को ब्रेक थ्रू स्टार कौन लग रहा है? ब्रेक थ्रू मतलब a talent that will completely surprise maybe nahi, but at least break his potential and finally show his worth.
I would say Dennis Mann, although हम कह सकते हैं कि he's already broken through because Romania के लिए खेलता है fairly regularly and played well at the Euros as well, and he started the season well as well. But purely considering the fact that he's not that Seven Sisters ka player, I would say Dennis Mann. There's too many out there. Just say one's already broken out in Jackson Chachua. There's too many players out there, but I would say Dennis Mann.
Fair enough. Dennis Mann. अब नोट करो उसके ये सब मतलब क्या बोल रहा है exactly. And two more questions here. Your MVP of the whole league. Top scorer does not necessarily have to be the MVP obviously, पर तेरा MVP कौन होगा? और उसके बाद मैं क्लोज करूंगा तेरा बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन के साथ.
MVP is काफी difficult. I was going to say Dybala, but Dybala is not going to be playing as many games as we would ideally want. So I would still say Dybala. Wow. Regardless of the fact that Roma will finish 6th. Purely because Dybala, the one thing he always has on his side is he gets both goals and assists. So if he gets 10 odd goals and 11 odd assists, that's like 21 goal contribution. That's generally enough for you to be a contender for that award.
Fair enough. और तेरा bold prediction of the season, bro, क्या can be positive, can be negative, anything. It can be about a team, it can be about a player, coach, कुछ भी चलेगा, मतलब anything literally, मतलब anything.
एक तो I placed Roma at 6th. My prediction, I think I said this in that predictions wala stream as well. My hot take was that De Rossi gets sacked around January.
That is quite a hot
and I don't want that because मैंने Twitter पे काफी तारीफ करी है. I don't want that, but something feels off.
Yeah,
just me.
That's interesting. नहीं
and वो जो Mourinho fans को जो momentum मिलेगा उसके बाद.
नहीं I इंटरेस्टिंग है थोड़ा कोस्तो बिकॉज आई नो अजय भाई को तेरे प्रेडिक्शंस रोमा के और डेरोसी के पसंद नहीं आएंगे बट मुझे भी कहीं ना कहीं तो लगता है डेरोसी थोड़ा हैज अ लॉट टू लर्न एज अ कोच and whether that happens it remains to be seen, but I don't know about firing, but that's your prediction of course chalta hai. So I think we can have these two, we can cap off with the bold predictions at that. So tier maker or first of all Chintan or Yogesh bhai are with us. Chintan bhai kaise ho?
Ekdam fine man. How's it going boys?
all good back this week. या कॉस्ट तुमने अच्छे प्रेडिक्शंस दे दिया, आपने तो देख ही लिया. योगेश कैसा यार, आज ऐसा लग रहा है कुछ नापोली मर्च पहना है क्या एकदम, मतलब ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है नापोली का बोल. अच्छा एडिडास. कैसा यार, कैसा है योगेश?
बढ़िया यार. एक्चुअल फुटबॉल स्टार्ट होने वाला तो
एक्चुअल फुटबॉल. पर ये यार अगर आप दोनों ने मिस किया चिंतन और योगेश भाई एनी चांस तो ये फाइनली मैं एक बार दिखा देता हूँ. ये कौस्तुभ की फाइनल सेरिया प्रेडिक्शंस है स्टैंडिंग 20 से लेके 1 तक. ऑफ कोर्स वो कौस्तुभ टू योगेश टू योर हैप्पीनेस नापोली मेक इट टू द टॉप 4. मिलान आल्सो just and yeah he has Venezia and all getting relegated. But let's move on. ये कौस्तुभ के predictions थे. I'll change the banner and we'll reshuffle that table. मैं अजय भाई पे आता हूँ, then we'll go to चिंतन and योगेश. थोड़े कमेंट्स ले लेंगे भाई लोग, बट पहले अजय भाई का लेके halfway through, then I'll take the comments, so don't worry. We'll go to Ajay bhai, so I'll just pull up the banner. Yogesh and Chintan bhai after this. So yeah, let's get started.
Chintan is looking very suave. He's wearing a jacket. It looks like he's wearing a jacket.
But Ajay bhai, let's start with you. ये नीचे से start करते हैं relegation से, ठीक है? We are going in order as you said. Right में जो भी सबसे ज़्यादा right पे, that's 20th place and so on. So क्या shuffle करना चाहते हो आप?
वेनेजिया को रहने दे वहाँ पे, कैलियरी को डाल दे.
कैलियरी को वो 19th.
हाँ, कैलियरी को 19th.
ठीक है. हाँ.
ठीक है. और I'm bullish about Monza to put Hellas Verona back. I want them to go down.
सो हेलास वेरोना 18th,
18th.
ठीक है, तो कोमो और मोंजा को बाद में ऊपर डाल देंगे, ठीक है, तो योर
हाँ.
रेलेगेशन क्लब्स आर वेनेजिया, कैलियरी एंड हेलास वेरोना, चलो ठीक है।
Right,
अब इसके
right.
ऊपर जो जैसे जैसे रविंद्र ने बोला, जो बर्म्यूडा ट्रायंगल है सेरिया का, उधर क्या होने वाला है 14 to 17?
वहाँ
सॉरी,
पे
मैंने एक्चुअली अजय भाई, मैंने वेरोना, आई प्रेडिक्टेड वेरोना टू फिनिश 13th. आई फील लाइक अ नाजी एट दिस पॉइंट. हिटलर का असिस्टेंट.
बट अजय भैया, योर मूविंग ऑन, वो बर्म्यूडा ट्रायंगल.
अच्छा, 17th में I would put Genoa.
Ooh,
Yeah,
interesting.
I would put Genoa. Okay. 16th में I would put Monza.
Fair enough.
Okay.
हाँ.
15th में उदनेसे कोई रहने दे वहाँ पे.
Udinese is everyone's
Trademark.
15th place.
हाँ.
Trademark
रहने दे उधर.
15th.
And Lecce in 14th. That's fine. So
ठीक है, तो अपने को एम्पोली कोमो को रीशफल करना है थोड़ा.
हाँ,
Fair
हाँ.
enough. पर
तो,
आपका मुझे एक बताओ अजय भाई, because I know हमने आपका bold prediction, you will get it. I don't want to say it out
I
aloud
will
here,
get
but
it. So I'm coming there.
yeah, that's right. Based on your bold prediction, shouldn't a certain club be here?
Yeah. No, not here, but I think they would be very close to 12, 13. They will flirt with
Okay,
relegation.
fair
But
enough.
I feel that Como will come 13th, and
Oh,
उसके बाद
interesting.
and उसके बाद Bologna आएगा.
उसके बाद, so आप बोल रहे हो 12th, okay. 12th, right?
12th में Bologna. Yeah. पार्मा को तुम 11th ही रखो.
पार्मा को 11th, okay.
हाँ. And I'm putting Lazio as 10th.
हाँ, पर इधर हम एक चीज भूल रहे हैं अजय भाई, क्योंकि आपने 3 रेलीगेशन क्लब डाले, एम्पोली का क्या हाल होने वाला है?
एम्पोली वहाँ पे रहेगी जहाँ पे है वहाँ पे 14th.
नहीं, but that's the thing, right? Because 17, 16, 15, 14 is Genoa to Lecce. So where are you putting Empoli is the question.
10, 11, 12, 13. ना तो 13th I would put Empoli, 12th Bologna, 11th Parma, 10th Lazio.
अजय भाई moving like prime Lenin.
No, but then that's my point, right? अजय भाई, फिर आप कोमो का क्या करोगे?
कोमो को थोड़ा और नीचे लेके
चलेगा ना? तो पार्मा, तो आप बोल रहे हो बोलोनिया 13th, एम्पोली 12th, कोमो 11th, पार्मा 10. Is that better?
हाँ, that is better.
So then Lazio goes 9th.
9th कर दो.
हाँ. और Fiorentina, Roma, Torino.
I think Fiorentina will finish above Lazio.
8th. हाँ.
Okay. Torino will finish 7th.
7th.
और I would say interchange कर ले. I think I trust Palladino. थोड़ा Vanoli is yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. तो आपका अभी 6 से स्कूडेटो भी क्या होने वाला है अभी?
6th, I'm sorry, Chintan, I'm putting Milan on 6th.
Oh,
just because.
Yeah. चलेगा.
5th, I'm putting Atalanta.
Fair enough.
4th, Roma.
Okay.
3rd, Napoli. 2nd, Juve. 1st, Inter.
Fair enough. So ये अजय भाई का फाइनल टेबल है. Before I take his predictions, he has obviously Inter winning the Scudetto, Juve second, Napoli एक और रेटिंग बढ़ गई योगेश में, तो मतलब चेहरा एकदम ग्लो हो रहा होगा उसका. रोमा चैंपियंस लीग में वापस आ जाती है. Atalanta stay there, but he has Milan dropping. I'm sure reasoning आपका होगा because of the start, right अजय भाई, because of how it has looked so far for them.
It's looking difficult for Milan. I mean,
Yeah, and you obviously have Torino high regardless. Finally 10th के ऊपर आप कोमो को अच्छा रेट कर रहे हो. पार्मा जैसे, बोलोनिया पे आप इतने हाई नहीं हो. जेनोआ आपके लिए नीचे because of the whole losing so many players. Of course we discussed this. And Venezia, I think सबके लिए 20th place पे आप finally Hellas Verona का नीचे देखना चाहते हो. But let's take your predictions. Who do you think is the top scorer? Who ends as the top scorer?
I was actually going for Thuram as well, but just to play the devil's advocate, let me go
Vlahovic. ठीक है. आपका ब्रेक थ्रू प्लेयर कौन सेरिया में, मतलब एकदम कन्विंसिंग डिफरेंस लाएगा इस टाइम?
very difficult question, man. Very difficult question.
Che Adams.
Chintan bhai ka breakthrough player is going to be Che Adams, pakka.
I was going to say Samuel Ricci, but unfortunately वो क्या है कि रिची को वो अवार्ड शायद मिलेगा नहीं, you know, because लोग midfielders को देते नहीं, because Samuel Ricci है, but I okay, let me say Tommaso Baldazzi from a Roma perspective.
Good pick. तो इस नोट पे यंग प्लेयर आप कौन पिक करोगे, मतलब यू नो ब्रेक थ्रू प्लेयर, क्योंकि ये आपने एमवीपी बोला, ब्रेक थ्रू कौन होगा फिर आपके लिए?
I really hope that Kamada comes in, man, at some time and becomes the young player. I just hope that he gets minutes.
Yeah, wow, interesting. और ये फाइनल अजय भाई आपका बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन, जो आप ऑब्वियसली बहुत टाइम से बताए हो हमें, बट क्या आप बोलना चाहोगे इधर, मतलब उसके बारे में?
एक तो है ही बोलोनिया, you know, will struggle, but I feel that this will be the last season of Gasperini at Atalanta as well.
Which is actually a bold prediction, but अच्छा है क्योंकि he did say he's in talks with renewal, right? For his renewal and everything, right? तो actually एक bold prediction तो बनता है कि क्या होता है Gasperini के साथ if Atalanta does well, if they don't do well. But those are Ajay bhai's predictions. We'll take a few comments, then keep moving to, we'll go to Chintan bhai and Yogesh very quickly after that. Yeah, no explanations. I think Ajay bhai, we agree कि हमने बहुत टीम्स का ब्रेकडाउन किया, तो ज्यादा एक्सप्लेनेशंस हम लोग नहीं देंगे. अगर आपको टीम्स के बारे में और जानना है, हमने पुराने टीम्स पे पूरा गाइड किया 20 टीम्स का, तो आप जाके देख सकते हो. हम पीआर टेक पे रुके थे, किधर रुके थे हम लोग? बौधैन के कमेंट पे रुके थे. सो बौधैन, this is the last season for Simone Inzaghi before he moves to the Premier League. देख, एक तो I don't know, एक तो लैंग्वेज बैरियर इज एक्चुअल अ थिंग. मतलब अगर तू डेविड ऑनस्टीन की रिपोर्ट देखेगा, उसने क्या रिपोर्ट किया था? उसने रिपोर्ट किया था कि लिवरपूल हैड हिम ऑन हिज लिस्ट, बट उसको इंग्लिश आती नहीं है. सो दैट्स लिटरली सी, एंड आई फील सिमोने इंजागी का एक बड़ा स्ट्रेंथ इज हाउ ही मैनेजेस हिज प्लेयर्स, मैन मैनेजमेंट, सोशियो अफेक्टिव एंड एवरीथिंग, ऑल दोस फैक्टर्स. और अगर आप लैंग्वेज बैरियर हो तो आप कैसे कर सकते हो बराबर से, राइट? एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट
Inzaghi जैसा मैनेजर actually fits someone like Real Madrid more than a
I think वो एकदम से नहीं जाएगा. Maybe he goes at the end of the day, but मेरे को लग रहा है I would prefer, and obviously his contract is only until 26, पर वो इंटरनेट सिर्फ 26 तक गया because ओक्ट्री का वो एक बिजनेस प्लान था कि एक साल तक ही देंगे. So वो देखते हैं. I'm not saying he won't leave or he can't leave, but as of today उसके वर्ड्स में he is very happy to be here and everything, and Marotta ने खुद बोला ये तो उसकी स्टार्ट है सिर्फ, unless something goes terribly wrong or until a super offer comes in from, as Kostub said, a bigger club like Real Madrid, of course, तो अलग बात है, तब देखना पड़ेगा अपने को. But as of today I think he'll stay. देखते आगे जाके. Let me quickly take comments. Manchester is red, it says AC Milan first. Chintan bhai glowing after that.
Manchester is red से ही पता लग गया था.
You all think Balotelli was really rejected by Kerala Blasters? एक चीज मैं बोल सकता हूँ, there is some truth to it, if not fully, if you don't want to believe, that's fine, but there is some truth to it, because Balotelli अपने आप को ऑफर सब जगह कर रहा है. Like this is where even few years ago when Raja Nainggolan was offered to Mumbai City, actually I don't know how you remember, Raja Nainggolan मार्केट में ब्रेक की थी वो रिपोर्ट.
Samir Nasri as well, from what I heard, like 2021 or something.
Yes, Mumbai City को. हाँ,
वो साइज क्या था समीर नाजरी का? पूरा मतलब as if he followed the old समीर नाजरी, मतलब वैसा हो गया था वो.
Yeah. So nice to have you Shivam here as always. इसको आप ट्विटर पे फॉलो करोगे, साउथ अमेरिकन फुटबॉल पे क्या थ्रेड्स लिखता है यार. He's very good with his South American football stuff. Your favorite Italy league player, ये तू बोल भाई. योगेश तू बोलिए. Serie, मतलब he's asking you Serie player favorite कौन है, basically वही बोल रहे.
Giovanni Di Lorenzo.
अरे यार, from the stream. Bye. Everyone say bye to Yogesh. I'm kicking him.
Come from your real account, Luciano Spalletti.
Yeah. चिंतन भाई will attest to this. जब ना डी लोरेंजो ने उस दिन फ्रांस के अगेंस्ट एरर किया ना, मैंने और चिंतन मैंने सेम टाइम पे मैसेज डाला कि you cannot defend him anymore, and we obviously directed it at Yogesh. ये बंदा सुधरेगा नहीं कभी यार, चिंतन भाई मेरे को लगता है.
ये
क्या है?
Let's get used to him. योगेश डी लोरेंजो को प्रेस करने ही वाला है. Let's get used to seeing Di Lorenzo play the World Cup also with Spalletti.
Yeah. This guy is crazy यार. मतलब यार योगेश के इसलिए बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन में भी सुनना चाहूंगा. बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन, De Zerbi will come back to Serie mid season. That is quite bold. That is quite bold.
That is the boldest prediction out there.
Yeah, that is the boldest prediction, obviously, even from the panel, to be fair. But it's fair, that's a bold prediction. Napoli will finish 8th or 7th, Yogesh trauma. 10th se 2 place upar bas. Vlahovic is a very big talent, but do you think he always goes under the radar as compared to like so Watkins, Isaac Nunez and all? If he would have played in the PL or La Liga, उसकी hype. एक चीज बोलना चाहूंगा प्रथमेश, वो ना the salary he gets, he misses a lot of. He's good. I think he has a lot of potential. पर वो बहुत chances miss करता है. उस दिन चिंतन भाई, didn't DJ भाई said कि Vlahovic's time is up on our group. He said it. He was also not happy with Vlahovic. DJ भाई himself said this. So he is a bit annoying.
Especially the first game. My God, the first game was, I was frustrated seeing him. कि कितना miss किया उसने chances. But probably he's lacking confidence. वो हो सकता है. I think now probably things will change.
Yeah,
I definitely think Vlahovic is a very Bundesliga player, more than a Serie A or Premier League player.
Oof, that's an interesting point.
Bundesliga player.
Makes
very,
sense. I think I can.
Very Patrick Sheik like.
Param bhai from previous stream, I've been saying कि tell us enter all 11 each of your team. I didn't understand तू क्या बोल. All time 11 बोल रहा है क्या तू?
तेरा best all time 11.
यार इसको सोचना पड़ता है यार. कब तूने पूछा यार? I'm sorry if I missed this because मेरे को तो याद नहीं है कब पूछा. But whatever, एक काम करते हैं ना. I'll probably tweet this.
Next international break पे करते हैं.
हाँ, एक काम करते हैं. I'll make it.
तेरे पास टाइम है, मतलब एंड तक तेरे को कुछ मन में आएगा ना तो एटलीस्ट बोल देना. एटलीस्ट बोल देना.
हाँ ठीक है. एंड तक
to make this interesting, I always feel अगर best 11 पूछते हैं ना, I always feel it should be the best 11 you have seen.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't put Ruud Gullit was a great player. Van Basten is a great player.
हाँ, अभी वही प्रॉब्लम उधर ही होता है ना. प्रॉब्लम उधर होता है कि मैं लाइक अगर इंटर का बेस्ट 11 पूछोगे तो मैं तो सीधा बेरगोमी डालना चाहिए. बट आई हैव नॉट वॉच्ड बेरगोमी लाइव, राइट? मैंने सिर्फ क्लिप्स देखे और रिपोर्ट पढ़े. बेरगोमी गोज इन, बट आई हैव नॉट वॉच्ड हिम लाइव एट देयर. सो टफ हो जाता है थोड़ा. बट श्योर, रियल सेफ, मैंने तेरा कमेंट स्टार के स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया. आई विल डू समथिंग. मैं तेरे को बना के इधर ट्वीट करेगा, वीडियो में दे देगा. और बाय द एंड ऑफ द वीडियो एटलीस्ट आई विल ट्राई टू गिव यू 4-5 प्लेयर्स और समथिंग. ठीक है? आई हैव स्टार्टेड, सो डोंट वरी. I'm sorry if I missed that. मेरे को तो आज दिख रहा है तेरा comment. I think Udinese will struggle hovering over relegation zone and Juventus will win the Serie. Fair enough. तू दोनों बियांकोनेरी टीम के बारे में ही मतलब सही है प्रेडिक्शन दे दिया. रोमा में एक मिनट, ये तो तू बियांकोनेरी. Fair enough. तो I guess रोमा तेरी सॉफ्ट स्पॉट है.
Converting one Juventino into Romanista.
ये सूले इफेक्ट हो रहा है मेरे को लग रहा है. पियाटेक एल पिस्टोलेरो. पियाटेक पे बात चल रही थी चिंतन भाई थोड़ी देर पहले. Moisekin a waste player. देख पर मार रहा है गोल अभी. So I don't know. अजय भाई, what are you expecting from Dov Big stat wise? What GA are you expecting? Quickly बता दो ये. इस पे explain नहीं किया तो भी चलेगा.
At least 15 goals and 5 assists.
Fair enough. ये एक last comment लेके I'll go back to tier. Then I'll know where I've stopped. GGMU, nice to have you. So बाकी क्रिश तेरा comment next है, तब से हम लोग resume करेंगे. But let me get to चिंतन भाई, योगेश, फिर तेरे पे आता हूँ मैं. Then I'll give mine if, and let's see when DJ भाई joins. One sec. चिंतन भाई आप पे आते हैं. नीचे से ही start करना है of course.
ऊपर तो चेंज ही नहीं हो रहा है. देखो पहला तो चेंज ही नहीं होने वाला है. I'm pretty sure योगेश करेगा. योगेश नापोली को रखेगा शायद. लेकिन I don't think दूसरे कोई चेंज करने वाले हैं. वो डेरोसी का कमेंट सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा कि this inter was scary. It scared us.
यार उसका तो
नहीं it was
तो मतलब उससे माइक ही हटा दो. पर चिंतन भाई ठीक है, आप चेंज करो या नहीं, पहले बॉटम से स्टार्ट तो करते. मे बी यू चेंज योर माइंड हाफवे थ्रू समवेयर. लेट्स सी. इज द relegation thing same for you?
यार no, I'll remove Hellas Verona. I'll put Monza there.
Oh, interesting. That's a good one actually. Hellas को किधर डालोगे आप?
7. Well, they'll just scrape through. They'll just survive.
17.
This is Mussolini behavior.
नहीं यार, Monza didn't buy good. मेरे को Nesta पे confidence नहीं आ रहा है. So I don't know man. Nesta पे तो I don't have any confidence on Nesta to do well. I'll Hellas के बाद में I feel Lecce will finish there. 16th.
Interesting. Fair enough. पर आप तो बोले आपका नया फेवरेट क्लब है रेबिच के बाद, उधर क्या हो गया?
वो बचाएगा ना relegation से यार. Relegation से बचा देगा. Udinese से hope नहीं है यार. तो after that Udinese only.
ठीक है.
And 15th.
Yeah, 15. This is funny. तीनों ने Udinese को 15 डाला है भाई. This is peak Serie. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Como को नीचे ले आया. Como से बहुत hopes नहीं है. निको पैस कुछ करेगा तो अच्छा है अपने लिए. जेनोवा को ऊपर डाल.
फिर so are you moving Genoa up because of that?
Yeah, जेनोवा up. You
ठीक है.
can
So आपका
actually काम करना. I think लेचे थोड़ा ऊपर, लेचे कोमो को चेंज कर दे.
लेचे कोमो को चेंज. ठीक है.
यूडिनेजे को चेंज नहीं करना.
उडिनेजे को चेंज. Udinese 15. So you have Cagliari and Monza, right, as relegation with Venezia. You have Hellas finishing in 17, Como 16, Udinese 15, Lecce 14. Now this is where you'll have to, this is where you come. 10 to 13 क्या है आपका? 13 Genoa.
No, 13 Empoli finish करेगा.
Fair enough. ठीक है.
Empoli, Genoa, Bologna उधर ही रहेगा. I Fiorentina down, Parma ऊपर आ जाएगा.
I like that. 13, 12, 11. So एक मिनट इधर शायद एक एक्स्ट्रा हो रहा है, राइट? अपने को पार्मा को ऊपर डाल रहे हो. So 13, 12, 11, 10. ठीक है. So Fiorentina 10th प्लेस पे नापोली को रिप्लेस करेगी आपके लिए. आपका इधर से क्रंच जोन क्या होता है आपके लिए? 6, 9 से लेकर स्पिरिट विनर्स.
This is very. I have very high hope. I have very high hopes on Torino and Parma actually, and Lazio पता नहीं है यार. Sorry योगेश, I think तू नापोली को नीचे लेके आ, मिलान को ऊपर डाल दे.
एक मिनट में नापोली को नीचे डालता हूँ. तो आपके लिए लाजियो 9th है, राइट? आप बोले.
Yes, I think Lazio will not do better than Parma. Or Parma, I'm only worried because Parma might lose legs. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm only feeling they might just lose their steam. Torino, and Torino is not just based on this season. Yeah, last season भी काफी अच्छा किया था Torino ने. So structure अच्छा है. So I think Torino Lazio probably interchange हो सकता है. That's it, nothing more than that.
Yeah, I'll just pull it up one second. I think it closed automatically. So, but you have Parma and Torino. Torino above Parma, you mean?
Yes,
right?
Torino has to be above Parma. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So 9th Lazio, 8th Parma, 7 Torino, 6 Napoli. Okay.
Yeah, you can interchange Lazio and Parma. I think Lazio, Parma might just slip in.
हाँ. चलो Lazio के लिए थोड़ा हाँ. So आपका फिर 2 to 5 क्या हो जाता है? मतलब इधर ट्रिकी हो जाता है आपके लिए.
Yes. One top 2 तो सेम है यार. I don't feel कुछ change top 2 के अंदर. Top 2 will be the same for me. Yeah, this Milan, again I'm also worried यार. Milan किधर finish करेगा? Milan might get legs and Benacer's injury is huge.
Oh yeah, we'll discuss that. So अगर किसी ने न्यूज़ मिस की चिंतन में अगर आप बताना चाहते हो क्या इंजरी हुई उसको ब्रीफली.
He's first of all it's the same. I think it's the second time he's got injured again, same injury, and he's going to be out till Feb. It was लग रहा था कि he's going to be out till November end, but now they say Feb and March, and by this looks of it means that 3 consecutive seasons he's got the abductor injury again and again. So कुछ ना कुछ related to that. So more or less feels that the player is also done. I think you can't come out of this. Yeah, as a player you can't be the same player anymore. So
extremely sad, yaar. Extremely sad.
Yeah. बहुत
what a great player and good talent, but unfortunately that means Milan's title-winning midfield is done now. I think so. Of course, Rabiot का रोना चालू हो गया था. I first saw, guys, what is up? Why doesn't he want a club? क्या है like? परम तू ये आंसर कर सकता है. What is his deal? Like, does he have a club right now?
Costo will also be aware of this कि वो जो आप salary deduction देख रहे हो ना चिंतन भाई, it's not really true because at the end of the day उसको commission ये सब पकड़ के चाहिए और 15 million extra. ठीक है? That's as good as paying a transfer. माँ
Listen, EPL clubs are not going to spend money. Like, you would have already been bought.
चिंतन भाई आप ही बताओ वो 15 million आप दोगे. It's like signing the second coming of Emerson Royal in midfield. To be very honest,
and he's not even a central midfielder. वो तो final third midfielder है these days, especially. He's not a Benacer sort of midfielder.
Yeah. So आप 15 million as good as a transfer fee पर से bonuses, commission और later on कौन देगा? Why should Milan pay this kind of money for a player who has a bad track record of off-pitch issues and everything? काय को? क्यों? क्या फायदा क्या है इसका?
No. I'm not saying Milan should have bought him. I'm just saying.
I know.
Have a club.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of players who have ऐसा backlog जो होता है, माँ ऐसी behave करती है, समार्जित बाप ऐसे behave करता है, मतलब it ruins the player's career. He was almost समार्जित was almost done with Inter and उसके बाप ने बाद में क्या कर दिया पता नहीं है यार.
Yeah, exactly. उसके बाप ने तो सबके साथ गेम खेला ना, मिलान, नापोली, इंटर, मतलब वो तो अलग ही है. Maybe he's taken courses from Rabiot's mother, but we simply put, अगर Galatasaray भी आपको 10 million नहीं दे रहा, let me tell you, उनको तो government support मिलता है, that's why they could pay Osimhen's wages also. If Galatasaray is not shelling out the wages for Rabiot, then you know something is wrong, by the way. Then you know something is really wrong with the guy. So it is what it is. But Chintan में आपका 2-5 पता है.
Actually, I was just going to say, I think Napoli finished above Atlanta. So just
wow.
put
So Atalanta 6. योगेश खुश हो गया.
I think Napoli without any football, I think he might finish. I'll stick to this as of
so
now.
5 Napoli, Roma 4 Milan, 3 Juve, 2 and Inter.
Roma and Napoli का शायद कुछ हो सकता है. Otherwise, I feel that this should be the thing.
Fair enough. So ये चिंतन भाई की predictions है टेबल के, भाई लोग एक बार देख लो, आपने देखा नहीं है, पर let me get to चिंतन भाई other predictions very quickly. Top scorer चिंतन भाई आपका. Lautaro top scorer, breakthrough player.
I feel it's going to be Lautaro, and I think after a very long time we'll see two players from the same club scoring 20 plus goals.
ये भाई ये डार्बी के पहले मतलब अलग लेवल की जिंक्सिंग चल रही है भाई, देख लो आप लोग.
नहीं भाई, I've been singing praises for Inter for a while. It's coming purely out of jealousy, not from a good place in my heart. Purely out of jealousy that you have you are going to be playing Jovic and you are going to be playing Lautaro and Thuram and Taremi bench से. हम लोग का बेंच से शायद फोंसेका खुद आएगा. आई थिंक फोंसेका शायद आने वाला है वेरी सून. सो
चिंतन में मतलब टॉप स्कोरर के नाम पे तो बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शंस ही दे रहे हैं, बट लेट्स गेट योर एमवीपी चिंतन भाई. सॉरी या एमवीपी द मेन मोस्ट इन्फ्लुएंशियल प्लेयर टू इन दिस सीजन.
तूने मुझे एमवीपी पूछा नहीं, मैं तो बरेला बोलने वाला था. आंसर है
ये आपने तो बल्डांस ही बोला, मैं एमवीपी पूछा था, अपने बल्डांस ही बोला.
यंग प्लेयर बोला.
That was young player का something.
हाँ, सो आपने लगता है, आई थिंक मे बी वी गॉट दैट ट्विस्टेड. सो आप ही पहले बता दो, सो आप बता दो एमवीपी बरेला. ओके, बिकॉज़ मुझे लगा आई थॉट यू मेंट बल्डांस एमवीपी, दैट्स व्हाई फिर मैंने पूछा. तो सो बल्डांस ब्रेक थ्रू. So Barella is Ajay bhai's MVP if you've not noted that down, because any reason behind it Ajay bhai, like anything आपको क्या लग रहा है, मतलब कुछ क्या आप क्या expect कर रहे हो, मतलब MVP?
There is no need to explain. Barella is Barella, man. Italy's best outfield player at least for sure.
ठीक है, तो चिंतन आपका MVP बता दो.
I think either Thuram or Barella. I mean, I'm going with Barella only, yaar. Too class. I think best midfielder in Serie, top 3 in the world for me. So Barella.
Barella. और आपका ये
शायद हो सकता है उसको मिलेगा नहीं. If Thuram and Lautaro bangs in goals, they might get it, but for me, it's going to be Barella only.
Fair enough. आपका ये breakthrough player, मतलब जो obviously अपने potential को break करके एकदम अच्छा कर ले.
Ciao has already कर दिया breakthrough यार. But I heard Kostub, I want to say Dennis Man, but जैसे again he's done, his breakthrough हो गया है. I have a feeling we're going to see Yildiz.
Swarnim bhai has also said Yildiz in the chat. I'll pull up his comments, but yeah, Yildiz, right, Chintan bhai?
I think he's got the stage to show what he's made of. I think so. It might be Yildiz.
Fair enough. और आपका bold prediction for the season, it can be anything, positive, negative, about it can be a moment, it can be a player, coach, team, कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है?
मेरे को एक्चुअली बहुत टाइम से फीलिंग आ रहा था कि बहुत टाइम से कोई if Inter goes on a run and if Inter plays how they are playing right now, I won't be surprised if they go unbeaten throughout the season.
बाप रे यार, ये क्या सुन रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है?
I'm with Ajay when it comes to Bologna. I think Bologna is going to be such a big disappointment for everyone, even outside Italy. It's going to be a little embarrassing for Italy. So I have a feeling that it's going to be bad. And yeah, I feel bold ऐसा कुछ है नहीं यार. I feel Lazio going to be my bold prediction तो वही रहेगा कि I think there are chances that Thuram and Lautaro might finish 20 plus goals. And it just personally कभी हुआ है क्या ऐसा? कितने टाइम से मेरे को भी याद नहीं आ रहा है. हुआ तो होगा.
Plus 20 तो I don't know.
देखो क्योंकि लास्ट before Lautaro and all burst into the scene, Immobile ले रहा था सब awards, right? Chintan. Immobile, so we know that there was no second Lazio player close to him. वो automatically पता चल जाता है आपको. So yeah, I think you're right. It's been I'll have to look that up. If किसी को comments में पता है आप लोग बता दो. याद नहीं आ रहा है अभी over the top of my head.
Since Dhananjay is here, DJ, the time when Trezeguet was there with Juve, maybe I don't know.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Trezeguet and Del Piero scoring 20 goals हुआ है ऐसा DJ? Both of them together? Not together, but individually.
I'm not sure if that was it was one season either Del Piero Inzaghi or Del Piero Trezeguet.
Yeah.
I think ऐसा कुछ था. If I recollect, if in all likelihood it perhaps would be the
Inzaghi था शायद.
I think it was the season under Lippi in his first stint. So then in that case it would be Inzaghi. Might be worth checking.
I think I know Shevchenko and Pipo were close, but Pipo got injured and he finished with 15 goals only. He got injured very badly and he missed the rest of the season. So I know Pipo missed it. And that time of 2005 Champions League finals, we missed it.
I miss the days of strike partnerships, man. It was so cool.
Oh yeah, man.
Two strikers.
Good times, very good times.
Yeah, so probably my bold prediction would be that we might finally get to see Lautaro and Thuram touching 20 goals.
ये I think ये prediction दीपेश ने किया था chat में बहुत पहले as to like Lautaro Thuram top scoring or from the same club at least is what he had predicted. I think हम लोग रुके थे इधर थोड़े comments ले लेता हो जब then I'll go to Yogesh and DJ भाई then ठीक है because anyways shuffle ही करना है अपने को. I think we stopped at what should we expect from Genoa? Can we humiliate Roma at our home ground?
Chris join me on Sunday live stream.
Ajay is doing a watch along on his channel for the game. 4 बजे का kick off है, right? So yeah. 6th Atalanta, fair enough. Uday 9th Torino, 8th Bologna, 7th Lazio, fair enough. That can happen. Como have to sign some big experienced players, good wonder kid. I mean, they have. Sorry, yeah, the experience part we all agree it's not good. I mean, sorry, Pepe Reina is not the answer in 2024 in goal. But wonder kid, yes, fair enough. What do you think about New Leicester City signing Caleb O'Kelly? Anyone who wants to very briefly say anything about it? Anyone? Kostop, Chintan bhai, Yogesh, Ajay bhai, DJ bhai, anyone.
तू ही बोल दे परम.
तू ही बोल दे भाई.
Kostop को बोले तो because he brought to our attention the fact that he got the call up and after that he played his first full 90 minutes, which was quite funny, which tells you Spalletti's biased.
Whatever it is, he's probably better than Woodfash. Or at least he will turn out to be. Because Frosinone he was pretty decent and Spalletti has been watching him since then. That's why he got the call up. That's actually when Spalletti had watched Brescianini as well. So I think this season he will turn out to be a regular for Leicester.
ठीक है, fair enough. And ठीक है, maybe I agree उसमें talent तो है.
Anyways, Leicester are quite messed up. Who's that long-haired defender of theirs?
Woodface वही बोल रही कि
कितने errors. My God, like something.
And he plays for Belgium regularly.
I saw. And उससे पहले वो Turkish defender था, वो भी क्या हकता था यार. Like
he's horrible.
Oh my God. I think he had one mistake every game.
So you went to Atletico or something, huh?
Yeah, and he didn't play there, and then he's in Turkey now.
So
bold prediction: Roma will finish above Napoli. I'm sure Yogesh has something to say about that. Controversial, but I feel Atalanta would be finishing 7th to 9th, and Lazio will finish mid-table. Definitely a bold prediction, Rio. But again, that's why it's a bold prediction. Roma higher than Milan, bold prediction of the season. Although Chintan maybe I think to an extent he wouldn't be surprised really with that prediction.
This is not bold, yeah. This is not bold. This is
very close.
Napoli are not getting top 4. De Zerbi will replace Conte mid-season. Bold prediction, Ravi. That as Kostub said, you have probably made the boldest prediction pure stream pe.
Yeah.
That De Zerbi leaves Marseille halfway through. Napoli won't finish top 6. Yogesh is boiling up inside.
Yogesh को सिर्फ mic चाहिए, stage चाहिए, दे दो. ये सबकी वाट
I'm giving it to him and then DJ by after this. Napoli, सब लोग Napoli का इतना insult कर रहे हैं chat में. I'm sure he's boiling inside. Roma can finish in the top 4.
योगेश रोमा को relegation में डालने वाला, तू देख.
हाँ, yeah, he's picking beef with Ajay bhai na this season. He's decided. Thuram for top scorer, Lautaro Martinez of Vlahovic, Lukaku golden boot. I said it first. Look under Conte.
Good shot. I think
good
it's a good
shout.
shot.
Yeah. देखना, Yogesh will know this, but Conte said the same thing again ना कि Lukaku is like a rugby player. Whenever Conte has Lukaku on his team, ना, he always says this statement: Lukaku is a rugby player, like a rugby player. Sorry.
Actually racist.
Yeah, true. If you think about it, it's quite strange. Napoli fans were calling Quaraj के लिए next Maradona. अरे भाई वो player तो अच्छा है. That's out of love, bro. That's out of love because of what he did. You know, Quaradona is quite a fitting name. Yogesh, you want to say anything to this?
Quaradona इसलिए बोल दे because उसका name लेना थोड़ा सा tricky है सबके लिए.
हाँ, exactly.
Yeah. Technically तो नहीं है, but yeah, I get mostly. और also he was quite good यार. अगर 10th Napoli finish करी तो तुम एक player पे कितना blame कर सकते हो यार. If Conte finishes above Roma, then I can coach Indian football team. क्या है ये सब भाई? Mac Terminator gonna annihilate the Serie, guys. Be ready. Sure, वो आएंगे उस पे McTominay पे. So breakthrough here. This one is interesting. UA is Atsic. Talented player. Yes, I know Motta rates him. Suresh. Anything to say about that, DJ bhai? Anything to say on Atsic? Very briefly.
Very early days, guys. Everyone's really excited internally. He's injured at the moment.
Yeah.
And where he's touted to play is in the center, where Coop Miners, Motta's primary signing is going to play. So it's going to be hard for him to have
as well plays in that role.
Yeah, he might get important minutes. But I'm not sure that this is the season just yet for Atsic. But excited to see him, nonetheless.
Fair enough. एक last comment लेके then we'll move to Yogesh's prediction. Matthias Sule will be the breakout star. ये तो बहुत possible है. I mean, there are good chances if obviously Roma get to a good start. So Yogesh, तेरे पे आते हैं यार quickly, then to DJ भाई. यार तेरा bottom 3 क्या होगा? Because obviously everyone has Venezia at 20th. तेरे लिए भी वही है कि कुछ बदलना चाहता है तू?
यार सबसे पहले नापोली को स्कूडेटो विनर्स पे रखूंगा.
Yes.
वो
आते हैं.
नहीं पर पहले वही कर.
चलो कर दिया. चलो बाद में अभी नीचे तो ऊपर.
Guys, you know सबसे mic drop moment क्या होगा? ये करने के बाद बोलेगा I don't care about the rest anymore.
हाँ, वो देना पड़ेगा भाई तेरे को. और ये ना बाकी लोग या जो भी स्ट्रीम देख रहा है, take a screenshot of what he said or clip the moment where he says Napoli Scudetto winner. Season end में either the clip will be viral either way, I feel, because Yogesh ने बोल दिया.
This will be the Calcio Charcha permanent thumbnail now going forward.
Yeah. But Yogesh बोल यार.
I love it how इसके बाद डीजे का प्रेडिक्शन है, सीधा पहले डीजे बोलेगा नापोली को नीचे लाओ.
We also back to reality, but नीचे relegation से चालू कर यार. योगेश क्या लग रहा है तुझे?
Relegation कोमो, वेनेजिया और मोन्जा लग रहा है मुझे.
मोन्जा, कोमो और वेनेजिया. तू वेनेजिया को लास्ट डाल रहा है कि कोमो को?
Doesn't matter, relegate हो रहा है.
चलेगा, वेनेजिया ही रखता क्योंकि वेनेजिया द वर्स्ट. वेनेजिया, कोमो, मोन्जा. चल इसके ऊपर का बता दे जो बर्म्यूडा ट्रायंगल है, रविंद्र साइड.
यूडिनेज रहेगी मुझे लग रहा है यहाँ पे. लेचे
15th.
I think फ्योरेंटीना को मैं नीचे लाऊंगा. फ्योरेंटीना आर गोइंग थ्रू अ फेज यार.
और भी नीचे. I think that's not even outrageous to be honest. But देखते हैं. पर तो फिर इसके जगह ऊपर किसको डालेगा? क्योंकि तेरे को एक को तो ऊपर इसके जगह डालना पड़ेगा, राइट? 14.
Hellas Verona is playing quite good यार. तो
नापोली को मार दिया तो क्या 10-13 पे. So you have Cagliari, यही ऑर्डर है ना? Cagliari, Udinese, Lecce, Fiorentina तेरा उधर. And then Hellas, उसके बाद का बोल. Hellas के बाद का क्या है तेरा?
Hellas के बाद में एक्चुअली जेनोआ को मैं इतना ऊपर नहीं रखूंगा. तो
कितना मतलब नीचे डाल ले कि वही इसमें नीचे साइड में कर?
नहीं, Hellas would be above.
ठीक है.
above Genoa and Empoli. Yeah.
अच्छा, even Empoli.
Yeah.
तो बोलोनिया तेरा 10th.
Yeah, Bologna 10th. It would be a sort of like थोड़ा सा उनके लिए वो होगा.
हाँ, बट आई थिंक अजय भाई भी वही है, ऑलमोस्ट प्रेडिक्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट? मतलब उनका अच्छा तो लग नहीं रहा है व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन विद देम, सो इट्स पॉसिबल। तो तेरा वो 10 to 13 है, अभी इधर से बता दो 9 से 6
एक्चुअली
तक।
मैं बोलने नहीं आएगा, ऊपर लाऊंगा, पार्मा को नीचे भेजूंगा।
वो वाओ, चलेगा, दैट्स
Yeah.
आल्सो नॉट आउटरेजियस रियली, पर हाँ बता दे इसके आगे।
या आफ्टर दिस टोरिनो आ जाएगी, लाजियो वुड फिनिश अबव टोरिनो।
ठीक है।
एटलांटा यार
एटलांटा,
एटलांटा टॉप 4 आएगी यार।
अच्छा
रोमा
तो रोमा
जाएगी।
को नीचे, किसको नीचे लेना है?
रोमा को
मुझे पता था रोमा को, रोमा पे ही टेक समथिंग आउट यार, डेफिनेटली लगा ही था मुझे। तो एटलांटा, तो तेरा बाकी का अरेंजमेंट क्या होगा ये 2 to 5 का, क्योंकि तू नापोली तो स्कुडेटो बोल
एटलांटा, हाँ एटलांटा मिलान के ऊपर फिनिश कर सकती है यार।
अरे बाप रे, मिलान पे भी निकाल रहा है अभी। हाँ, उसके बाद
उसके बाद यूवेंटस फिनिशिंग सेकंड वुड बी मोर सैटिस्फाइंग यार।
वाओ,
That is fine.
सैटिस्फाइंग। मतलब तेरे को यूवेंटस से प्यार क्यों हो गया अचानक से? इसका रीजन बता, क्या हो गया?
No,
तुझे
what he's
Conte
saying,
ना, Conte.
final day
वो
battle and Napoli, yeah.
हाँ, अच्छा समझा मुझे, क्योंकि वही इतना हर स्ट्रीम पे ही इज ऑलवेज बैंटरिंग यूएच। आई थॉट अचानक से क्या होगा, बट या आई थिंक लास्ट डे पे इसको जीतना है स्कुडेटो, सो फेयर
या
इनफ। तो ये योगेश का टेबल है, देख लो यार, स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है ले लो, बट दिस इज योगेश इज स्टैंडिंग। बट योगेश, ऑन दैट नोट, लेट मी आस्क यू, who is your top scorer since you have Napoli in the Scudetto? Is it going to be a Napoli player or someone else?
नहीं यार, समवन एल्स होगा। टॉप स्कोरर नापोली से नहीं आएगा, लुकाकू नहीं कर पाएगा यार टॉप स्कोरर।
केवल लुकाकू, ठीक है। कौन पर कौन, नाम तो बोल।
मार्कस थुराम रहेगा या फिर डोवबेक, मुझे लग रहा है।
फेयर इनफ, चलेगा। तेरा ब्रेक थ्रू प्लेयर, ठीक।
Topic top scorer and Roma 6th.
हाँ, that can happen ना, सीरे इमोबिलियन लाजियो।
लाजियो, चीरो इमोबिले, या दैट्स देयर। पर तेरा ब्रेक थ्रू प्लेयर कौन होगा योगेश?
बहुत गाली
मतलब
दे रहे हो।
ब्रेक थ्रू मतलब तेरा सॉर्ट ऑफ यंग प्लेयर ब्रेकिंग थ्रू, नॉट द ओल्डर पार्ट ऑफ द प्लेयर, और एन अनएक्सपेक्टेड ओल्डर प्लेयर दैट सरप्राइजेस एवरीवन, नॉट द यूजुअल नेम। क्या लगता है ब्रेक थ्रू कौन करेगा?
कोई ऐसा ध्यान में तो आ नहीं रहा है अभी फिलहाल।
नापोली से भी हो सकता है भाई, इतना टेंशन लेने का जरूरत नहीं है मतलब।
नहीं यार, और कोई प्रेडिक्शंस में नहीं देना चाहूंगा। नापोली टॉप फिनिश करेगी।
एमवीपी बोल, चल एमवीपी बोल।
एमवीपी कवारस के लिए।
हाँ, तो लास्ट अभी बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन तेरा क्या आउटरेजियस टेक होगा? इट कैन बी एनीथिंग, जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ, टीम, प्लेयर,
बोस ने
कोच।
ऑलरेडी बोल दिया है।
हाँ,
इंटर, मेरा आउटरेजियस प्रेडिक्शन एक ये है, एक और है कि इंटर वुड बी सो ऑक्यूपाइड रनिंग फॉर द चैंपियंस लीग दैट दे विल लूज पॉइंट्स इन द लीग।
इंटरेस्टिंग टेक हो सकता है। अगेन इट्स पॉसिबल, 20 to 23 में ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ था, सो यू नेवर नो, बट दैट वाज अ स्क्वाड वाज नॉट दैट गुड ऑब्वियसली, सो पर हाँ, दैट्स फेयर इनफ फॉर अ बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन। जैसे कौस्तुभ ने बोला, तूने टेक्निकली ऑलरेडी दे दिया है इधर बोल्ड प्रेडिक्शन। But let's move to DJ bhai yaar. DJ bhai, we'll start with you. Of course, we'll start from the bottom. We all know you're going to not probably put Napoli as the Scudetto winners. But how do you see the relegation battle panning out?
I would flip Como and Udine.
Wow. Okay.
I would then flip Como and Cagliar. Lecce and Como.
Okay, Lecce and Como. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I see Firenze go up. Yeah, I think they'll pick up momentum. Palladino's a guy with a plan. He's going to grow into the season. He's not found his rhythm yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take Empoli
down. Okay.
After Como.
After Como, ठीक है. So you have Venezia at the bottom, Udinese, Monza, Lecce, Cagliari, Empoli, Como, and Fiorentina, of course. So now this is where it gets obviously interesting, DJ bhai.
Yeah. I think let's keep Parma where they are, and swap places with Firenze and Hellas.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be more like it. 6 to 9 gets very interesting. Yeah, it's
of course
very interesting. 6
Very tricky, very tricky.
Yeah,
Hard
very
one, very hard one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why we are doing this.
I
This
feel
is
like 6 to 9. I before getting to 6 to 9, I feel like we have to address 2 to 5.
हाँ ठीक है चलेगा आप कर लो चलेगा वो पहले कर सकते हो.
What about one?
Huh?
What about title? 2 to 5 तो बाद में आएगा.
Title is easy. Yeah, title is easy.
What easy यार. UA right?
Ale le Nerazzurro.
Okay.
Inter for the title. I think Juve and Milan are both. Juve, Atlanta, Milan are all well equipped for the next 3 positions.
UA.
So I do feel perhaps Fonseca's still going to take a little time, and I don't see this. I know Chins may agree, may not agree, but I'm not able to see Leao having his breakout season under Fonseca. So I think, but he will find defensive stability. So, but I would flip. I think Atlanta had a very good mercato, and I would flip Milan and Atlanta.
Oh, interesting. So
And I would flip Naples and Roma. I'd bring Roma up.
एकदम स्कूडेटो विनर से सीधा नीचे योगेश.
No, yeah, you know, for me, Napoli is not that they don't have it in them.
Yeah.
I think both there'll be a lot of unbun with between Conte and ADL, and I feel that's going to affect their momentum over the course of the season. Perhaps you know they might have a great run, and if Conte gets the continuity, but I'd say it's a 50-50 chance he gets sacked before the end of the season, which is where I feel like they will perhaps lose a little steam. There's more parity in this, and now I feel I would flip Torino and Lazio.
Torino and Lazio. Okay, so you think Torino will do very well. ठीक है, that's a
And
good shot.
I think
Yeah, I think. Okay, I thought.
let's flip Parma and Bologna as well.
Ooh, that's interesting. Bologna, I think Ajay bhai and you do not have Bologna doing that well. Even myself.
No, I feel they'll start a little better, but because of the Champions League, they'll start to lose a little steam. They don't have the depth in them to go the entire course, and I think that's where in the final push, I see them lose steam, and that's where I kind of see Fiorentina in the ascension.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe that's actually a good possibility, to be honest, if they just find their feet. So ये DJ भाई का final table है before I ask you.
I think or Param final change Fiorentina Bologna also. Let's flip.
Oh, that's interesting. Given obviously both two teams are rivals as well, of course, and the coach obviously switched from one team to another. But DJ bhai on this note, of course, this is DJ bhai's final Serie A standings. देख लो अच्छे से. But DJ bhai, let's get to you. Your capocannonier for the Serie A season.
Lautaro.
Your breakthrough talent, or some unknown quantity that will break through for you.
Well, he's not unknown. I wouldn't like to think he's unknown, but I think breakthrough talent for the year will be Kefren Thuram if he stays fit. For me, I think he's going to actually. I wouldn't say he's underrated. I mean, his arrival is fairly documented, but I think he will do better than expected. I think he would be my breakthrough talent.
Yeah. That's a good shout actually. Kefren Thuram अभी तक किसी ने बोला नहीं है, but yeah, MVP यार, DJ bhai for you, MVP. The player
Lautaro, Param. Hard to kind of look beyond. I'd have to if Juve stay optimized. I think Coop Miners will give Lautaro a shot because of the fact that he's so central to Motta's plans and the kind of football Motta plays. So I expect a player like Coop Miners to be very optimized this season. But Lautaro one, Coop Miners maybe to push him a little bit, but Lautaro would be one.
Yeah, and the most interesting question, your bold prediction, as I said, it can be anything, positive, negative, about anything in the league, just anything.
Bold prediction would be, I know I don't have it down, but I think Atlanta can win the title. And I think Juve can have a very deep run in the Champions League.
What's actual prediction?
Which is a bold prediction given that it's Juventus. It ideally should. I'm hoping next year it won't come under a classification of a bold prediction, but I think they have it in them for a good run in Europe.
Fair enough. Given the draw, also we were discussing this. It's possible. It's not to say the draw is easy, but it's like it's doable as well. So Ajay bhai, thoda comments
it's the kind of football that they're playing. It's going to be freer, less defense focused, fluid, and I think they're very well armed on the wings. If the guys stay fit, very European shape to them this time.
थोड़े फटाफट अजय भाई, I'll take some.
Comments also that Dennis Mann is a very popular player.
Yes, Dennis Mann. I'm glad to see Dennis Mann पे इतना hype है, which is good क्योंकि it's someone outside the your Seven Sisters. Rumored to start against Empoli. I think this is for अपना Adsich ना या Adsich, my bad, yeah, Adsich के लिए. पर जैसे डीजे भाई ने बोला, he's injured, right? So let's see what the situation is fully. Lautaro Martinez again for, I think this was for top scorer. Calvert-Lewin, again I got baited here. I thought Calvert-Lewin bola, then I realized it's for Chintan bhai. I think the breakthrough players easier in Serie will be Kenan Yildiz. This will be the year that Kenan truly becomes the player we hope to see a proper 10. Anyone who wants to briefly add thoughts to this?
Too much pressure, too much, and he's not going to be played in position. He's going to be played on the wing. It's going to take away a little bit from his game. Plus, a lot of not enough depth. I mean, there is depth, but not enough support for him. I think he needs a little bit more time and a little bit more patience. Plus, the kind of football Juve is going to play under Motta, he's much better suited to the center, which is not going to happen. So, I think if it has to be a breakthrough, I feel like Kefren has a better chance than Yildiz.
Actually, Kefren बहुत अच्छा shout है ना अजय भाई, thinking कि थोड़ा because of the injury थोड़ा under the radar अभी जा रहा है because of the injury issues. But actually, if you think about it, he adds so much to that midfield, UA वाला midfield. I think that's a very good shot for breakthrough यार, Kefren थोड़ा.
Could have also been Manu Kone though, when it comes to
very good
breakthrough shout sort of thing.
The battle that was between Roma and Milan for him. I know Chintan bhai को इतना चाहिए था ना, Chintan bhai आपकी टीम में.
I thought it was done. Roma just came swooped in. पर एक महीने से डील कर रहे थे, रोमा ने आधे घंटे में कर दिया. मतलब call it.
So what finally happened with Rabiot and Milan? Was it the wages or was it a tactical discussion finally?
No. Milan wanted it. Milan had put up the wage. Milan gave him 2.5 initially, and he was like, no chance. He wants 5 million as commission.
No chance. His mom only won't agree where he'll agree.
सब लोग उसके मॉम पे ही आ जाते हैं भाई. But ये किसने पुल अप किया भाई? डीलर्स को देख के इंटरनेशनल फेक लग रहा है. Any word on this man? This Di Lorenzo यार, मतलब Yogesh said he thinks Di Lorenzo will be the MVP of the Serie, and we were going to kick him out of the stream for saying that. But any words on his performance?
I don't understand. His decline has been so immense since the Euro. It's shocking. Like genuinely, at his age, he's what, 30 right now, Yogesh? 30, right? I think he has a very good, I feel like he has a very good 2 years in him now. From a league perspective, it's ideal maturity time, Of course, even though he plays on the wings, but to me, it's been a very shocking decline. I don't know if it's a function of the way, and that also under Spalletti, like very shocking. Of course, Spalletti being around in the Nazionale is going to give him that chance repeatedly, may play him back into form. Let's give him this season. I think this season will define maybe the next year and a half for Di Lorenzo.
Yeah, probably. None of us really have hopes, but देखते कुछ बोल नहीं सकते. I think we stop here. Sorry, थोड़े और लेके then. I don't have high hopes for Dybala, Ajay भाई. क्या लग रहा है आपको?
नहीं यार, I think he'll get limited playing time, but whenever he plays, he makes Roma look like a half decent team. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't agree with this take.
Fair enough. Bold prediction: Morata will be top scorer with most offside goals. Why? These Conte will get the sack before De Rossi. Wow, interesting.
Why will De Rossi get the sack?
Kostub's bold prediction: De Rossi to get sack.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah. So
Hard
yeah, we
one,
have,
Kaustubh, very hard one.
yeah.
Very hard.
Serie B से कौन होगा promote? That's actually a good question. Kaustubh, do you want to answer this very briefly? तेरे को क्या लग
Too
रहा है?
early, I
मतलब
think.
too
I'm
early,
Too
not.
early,
obviously.
guys. Too
Yeah.
early.
Too early. I will just say one thing is that I think Palermo will bottle it
Palermo,
again.
I was just going, I hope Palermo is back.
Palermo.
I know, but I
High
think they'll
time.
bottle it again despite all the resources.
Südtirol will come. The half German,
Oh yeah, the
half
German.
Italian club.
Yeah. Yannick Sinner है ना उधर से. Sinner is from Südtirol.
Sinner is from there.
So yeah, would be interesting. Obviously, they were actually very close as well at one point. Paolo Maldini is joining hand with Saudi consortium to buy Milan from Redbird. Chintan, do you want to explain this actually what this is?
Oh yeah, there's just rumors. There are just rumors that they want to invest, and they're probably promoting the spot for the 2034 World Cup also. So these are all just rumors. Yeah, he was spotted that he might just get someone in. I don't see that happening anytime soon, and he's not that big a figure. He's too big, of course. Maldini is Milan, but him secretly going there to get someone invest. ये तो परम हम लोग कब से सुन रहे हैं इंटर और मिलान
Yeah.
से चल रहा है इन लोग का न्यू कासल चले गए वो लोग
Getty Chint has talked that Ibra is falling out with Redbird.
Yeah, वो news भी है.
There's some early rumors.
That is going to happen because Ibra is a little he's going to be ambitious, right? And you can't. And what was a very upsetting was that statement by Furlani saying that not necessarily that 20 million players he buy kar rahe, there are chances that you might get a good player for 20 million. But that is just a sad comment because if there's a good player out there, if you have to spend 25, he's going to not bet on it, which is just sad because you have to pay for a good player eventually, I feel. And you have to let go. You can't be so rigid about your own philosophy, I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think this is just ये जो है ना statement. This is just Milan's dream. ये हम लोग सब when we go to sleep we tell ourselves these things.
नहीं but yeah I think मतलब वो सऊदी वाला just to add यार वो उनके डॉक्यूमेंट में था सऊदी कंसोर्शियम में कि हम is a potential asset for
लिवरपूल भी है उसके अंदर यार F1
लिवरपूल भी है.
So by the way, this is a third consecutive year Milan's name is there in their consortium. So not necessarily they're going to invest.
Exactly. And यार नाम तो potential हमेशा रहते streams of dreams. They are always assessing options. They were, as Chintan bhai said, they even wanted Inter at one point, but they preferred Newcastle because Premier League से पैसा ज़्यादा मिलता है at the end of the day, which was openly said by them actually. So Lord Yogesh is back giving his true predictions. Conte on De Rossi. This guy is insistent कि ये दोनों में से ही एक sack होगा. Fair play. Nice to have you, Gopinath, Juventus fan. AC Milan होगा. I think you mean out of top 4 या ये second या कुछ. Torino will finish over Milan and Roma. That is a bold prediction. That is very bold. Di Lorenzo leaving next season, Yogesh?
4 season बाकी है
I
contract
think
में.
he means leaving football.
4 season.
4 season बाकी है. मैं पूरा वसूल करूंगा उसको.
हाँ, तू ही रख. नापोली में ही रहने दे, इटालियन नेशनल टीम में मत आने दे भाई उसको.
बाकी अभी बाकी है.
हाँ, this guy has to be a Milan sympathizer. 19th सही है भाई, सही है. Most likely. अच्छा, losing on at अरे भाई थोड़ा ग्रामर ठीक कर ले. Yeah, I don't think we'll win that game. देखते, but yeah, difficult game for sure.
Don't be modest, परम.
नहीं, मुझे draw या loss लग रहा है. एक इन दोनों में से एक, because we'll be playing the derby after that as well.
Inter is at home ना.
नहीं away है Etihad में. So
okay,
that's where it's
okay. Then that changes a lot.
Yeah. Bold prediction: Roma top 3 or top 4 में, which is, I think.
I don't think that's bold.
Yeah. The Roma can, as DJ was saying, मतलब once they find their feet, I feel they'll be good. It's just about finding their feet, and you have to remember they had tough games here. मतलब the start was barring. ठीक है, Empoli they should have probably done better, but yeah. What do you think of Brazil? We'll take this up. Alu Biryani will take this up some other time. There's a big issue in Brazilian football.
That's like a different discussion altogether, like a larger cultural discussion.
Yeah, Inter have high chance to win the UCL after Real Madrid. यार ये last season भी बोला था. As Chintan bhai had said this once, right? They just put Inter there randomly because of why? Because we reached the final once. उसके बाद से वो लोग डालने लगे हम लोग को. But
नहीं परम actually this last season though sometimes I know some teams just lose unexpected, like City Lyon से भी हारी हुई है. Last season Atletico loss was completely on Arnautovic, But I will always say that after City and Real Madrid, if any team should be put up there, should be Inter Milan.
मेरे को आई वुड से लाइक डीजे भाई सेड ना यूए का ड्रॉ देख के मुझे लगता है कि they might be able to do have a deep run at least, and I'm not saying the draw is very simple.
Ragazzi, I have the official predictions, I mean rather betting odds. Man City first, Madrid second, Arsenal third, Bayern fourth, Liverpool fifth, Barca sixth, Inter seventh. So Inter are 7 favorites for the Champions League at this point.
This is as per
official odds. Euro Club Index.
Oh, okay.
The guy
okay.
who do the
You are saying that Inter Milan are below Arsenal and Barcelona.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's interesting. That's again, it's a knockout competition. कुछ भी हो सकता है, but fair enough. They're quite interesting. Let's see though. They're struggling to qualify.
Arnautovic miss away.
Yeah, Arnautovic maybe is a factor that probably. Sorry, wait. I think we'll stop with the comments. I'll give my tier very quickly, and then we can take. I don't think there's really any news to discuss per se. कुछ बड़ा तो हुआ नहीं है ज़्यादा. Maybe
we'll have a look after this. Look ahead at the game week.
Look ahead at the game week. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't want Inzaghi in United for 3 years. भाई मुझे भी जाने नहीं देना है. Thank you. I'm glad you don't want him, भाई. I'll just quickly do mine. One sec.
Yeah, Param.
Why is this?
Humble Param का टाइटल प्रेडिक्शन पहले चालू करना है.
अरे क्या टाइटल है नीचे से आई थिंक वेनेजिया सबको आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ अस एग्री वो डी फ्रांचेस्को फैक्टर अनलेस दे सैक हिम आई हैव जीरो कॉन्फिडेंस इन हिम.
They will sack him.
Yeah, and I saw better performance the other day, but I don't have confidence. I think Monza 19th. I don't see. They just can't. They scored against Fiorentina, पर हम सब जानते हैं Fiorentina is too leaky at this point. But I don't rate Monza that much really. I think इनके साथ Cagliari you had na costume in relegation.
No, Cagliari was 17th for me, I think.
Me and Ajay put Cagliari in relegation.
Yeah, this is tough.
I
Actually,
put also.
You know what? I'll put Cagliari maybe. ऐसा because I don't know. मुझे नहीं लग रहा है वो लोग relegation feat repeat करेंगे. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think they can always do it. This is where I put Udinese 15th again because that's Udinese. Como 16th. I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm trying to see the bigger picture. I hope Fabregas grows, but I'm not a fan of the recruitment of the older players. You know, the younger players are still good. Or maybe I should pull Hellas Verona down. I don't know. Maybe Como 16th. Lecce. This is tough. I'll put them back up. Empoli में थोड़ा high डालूंगा Costo because I think system दिख रहा है उनमें थोड़ा Hellas Verona. I think Hellas Verona जैसे UA के against how UA demolished them, to be fair, very convincingly na. I think Hellas Verona wo eventually throughout the larger part of the season will struggle. And as you keep saying, right, they randomly do their business. They might sell their star players in January only, as they always do mostly because of their financial.
Like they could be 10th.
Yeah,
they could be like 10th in January and then February tak they fall off and then win 3 games and they'll be back to 14th or something. That's how they are.
I actually मैं बार-बार वही बोलता हूँ I really like Lecce, but it's very hard. जैसे रविंद्र ने बोला, it's very hard to expect what's going to happen in this mid-table battle. Maybe मैं थोड़ा Empoli को ज़्यादा rate कर रहा हूँ because of recency bias, so I'll pull them down. I'll put Lecce up because I rate them that much, and I'll do this. Yeah, I'll do this. I think Hellas Verona will fall. Or let me be थोड़ा recency bias भी रख देता हूँ. Something like this. Again, I feel Empoli
नहीं हटेगा 15 से.
हाँ?
Udinese is always at 15.
Yeah, Udinese is not moving from there. I'll do this. I think this is fine. Empoli maybe they are not going to sell their players at least in January. I do personally rate Lecce, so मुझे लगता है they'll be fine. Now this is where Genoa I think 10th 12th ही आएगा फिर से. I think Bologna. Yeah, मैं अजय भाई के साथ हूँ. I don't rate Bologna this season. I saw their games also and the vibe is not right. And with Italiano as the coach, मुझे वो confidence नहीं आता है personally. So yeah, and this is where I find it tough as well because does Fiorentina, will they have a good season? Will DJ Bhai said, will Palladino actually deliver in the first season, or does he need a whole season to settle down? So I'll still maybe give them. I'll still actually make a bold prediction only. I think Fiorentina 10th, Parma 9th, Torino 8th. Torino, yeah, this is pretty much like fine. Lazio above Parma, Torino above Lazio, and this is where I think it gets tricky for like it did for most of us. मुझे लग रहा है, I don't know. मुझे लग रहा है Atalanta might disappoint a bit. I don't know why.
Injuries and whatnot.
Huh?
Injuries and all that.
Yeah, injuries and I don't know. यार मुझे Gasparini का interview, if you guys saw ना, he said I have to start from scratch with all these new players. I don't have a set team.
Zaniolo's statement as well.
Like I mentioned, Gasparini का last season हो सकता है. I feel that Sarri might come in at Atalanta to eventually take over from Gasparini.
That's an interesting prediction. That's another bold prediction, guys, from Ajay bhai. But yeah, वो actually अच्छा prediction है. Sarri, I can definitely maybe see that. But yeah, मुझे लग रहा है I think
where do you see Gas go though?
Yeah, that's the
because I don't see him I don't see him unemployed in the Serie, and I think he wants to remain in the league. Huh?
I think Genoa or something could be that because when there was this report that Gilardino could go to Fiorentina, Genoa actually saw Gasparini as a potential option. So
but
avenue if that opens up.
Do you see Gas want to take up that project? I feel that that's what is his opportunity
Downgrade.
now to be in this top 4 scene. You know,
Gas to Napoli eventually.
I think it's going to be Gas to either Napoli or Milan.
Also,
I feel that Gas will take a sabbatical and then maybe join Lazio later.
Oh, that these are quite, yeah, that's actually a quite interesting question, DJ
Suits.
from Yuki.
Very suitable.
Where does he go? That's a good question. But yeah, Atalanta, that's where, because I saw his press conference, because usko jo market chahiye tha, usko wo mila nahi basically. He got the number of signings, yes, but he constantly kept saying, I want upgrades. And
very decent market, yeah, Param.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, but he is not happy for some reason. Yeah, and he publicly called out Zaniolo as well, right, DJ bhai? So I think that was ridiculous. So I think until all that settles down, unless he feels the team has gelled in, that's why I'm kind of pulling them down. And I feel, I think Napoli will, with that whole two competition thing, I think unless some major implosion happens, I think they'll be above Roma. Roma, I feel, will settle in thoda late, mujhe lag raha hai, but good enough to be over Atalanta, Torino, Lazio, Parma, and all these. Obviously, I'm not going as low as Parma for Roma. And I think Dovbyk will find his form, Sule, Dybala, all these guys. And then I have the AC Milan at third, because I think Chintan bhai ke jo bhi tensions hai, wo mid-season tak thoda kam ho jayega. I think even after the international break, we could see a bit better AC Milan, thoda at least. I will AC Milan have the depth to be at least third. And Inter UA mein, I think literally like 1-2 point ka gap mere liye. Like Scudetto pe aaya to. Either way, but I'll pick Inter out of a bit of bias at the end of the day. To be very honest, I feel maybe the depth could play here, but again, UA also have very good depth. So maybe the familiarity factor, Simone Inzaghi being the coach.
I think it's the continuity, Param. Whether it's Inter or Juve or Inter or Milan or Inter or Naples, the only thing that perhaps, which is it's a very interesting statistic, the fact that no team has retained the title.
Exactly.
That is a very telling statistic. There is something behind that. Now I don't know if it's a cultural thing in Italy. What happens is when teams win, they just tend to be in that celebratory mood at the start, and that you end up losing a lot of the points in the recurring season. That does not seem the case with this Inter. They're far more conditioned, but it'll be interesting. I feel like it'll be interesting depending on what happens for them in the Champions League.
That's where multiple competitions. Also, again with our clubs, DJ bhai, we have to go play the Club World Cup. Even with Chintan bhai, and of course we have to go play the Super Copa. Beach में randomly Saudi Arabia में, उसके वजह से fixture postponement होने वाला है because of that. So there are a lot of dynamics that come into play. So that is where if I had to maybe again Napoli इसलिए will be very keenly looking at other clubs. I feel Napoli, because इनको, again with all due respect, they do not have to worry about anything. They could get knocked out of the Coppa Italia, and Conte gets his lovely 1 game a week, which he loves. So I think Inter, because of the depth and maybe 1-2 points se edge करे बस और कुछ नहीं. And I'm not expecting 10 points, 12 points and all that. I think UA are too good for that now, and they're playing the football they want. And I think AC Milan recover हो जाएगा. That's what I feel at least. And top scorer के लिए तो I think मुझे लग रहा है Marcus Thuram, because I'm seeing that Ajay bhai, I told you the other day, right? I'm seeing that poacher in him finally, more out and out 9 of sorts. So I'll have him as the top scorer. Breakthrough player is quite interesting actually. I feel this is tough. This is actually tough now. I think breakthrough. What should I say? Nico Gonzalez. This is Who is breakthrough here? Costume. Lukaku तो नहीं बोल.
You have Bangula and Savona though, who we've not even sort of mentioned, but
breakthrough.
Actually, Bonnie also.
Bonnie, exactly, because
you rate Savona. You rate Savona, Costa.
Fairly decently, but again,
he
probably won't play as much.
Yeah.
Fair.
As it should
actually, for a moment, I confused breakthrough with MVP. इसलिए मैं गलती से Lukaku बोला, but I think breakthrough will either be Richie. Man has already broken through. I feel Richie or Bonnie इनमें से एक. Richie या Bonnie मेरे लिए breakthrough. Kefren Thuram will be there because I praised him earlier. So इन तीनों में से एक, but maybe I'll pick Samuel Richie because I'm just liking what I'm seeing and finally seeing Torino do
maybe
so well.
we can say Bernabei as well because he's already broken through in Serie B. Serie A में वो अभी नहीं खेला है, so he can be one. He's been decent so far.
Yeah, you've made it tougher, but I'll stick to Richie breakthrough. May MVP, I'll say MVP. I'll maybe go with Hakan because Hakan is very important to the team, and for me, मैं बार-बार बोलता हूँ, he was my best player of the season last season. Last season, Lautaro was there, but like I think Hakan was too important. So I think either Hakan or Thuram if we were to win the Scudetto. And bold prediction मेरा ये होगा ना कि simply put, relegation wise तो नहीं, but one is obviously I think Bologna will fall like Ajay predicts, but I think Torino will do something very surprising and maybe catch us all off guard. Like my bold prediction would be Torino at 6th, like Arun Krishnan keeps saying in the comments. That would be my bold prediction. Because I really can't say Roma winning. Roma Scudetto, maybe 1-2 years down the line I can see the fight. Again, I think that team needs to settle. Napoli winning
that's assuming they give DDR the time which he deserves.
Yeah. And for Napoli, if I were to pick them as Scudetto winners, that's not a bold prediction for me. Matlab, the squad is there now. I feel like if they adapt, then you have to consider them as Scudetto. Yeah. So, my bold prediction is simply Torino at 6th. If they pull something off, if Vanoli does what he does best, against all odds, मेरे को लगता है वो लोग 6th आएंगे अगर push कर पाए, because we saw it. The first 3 games absolutely fantastic. मतलब despite all the issues of the pitch, were quite commendable. So yeah, I think that's at least from my end. Any other predictions anyone wants to add before we close the prediction aspect, Ajay?
I think Abhi, when we started off with the stream, someone spoke about undervalued signing, something like that, no?
Yeah.
I don't know what the term was. That could be one Miranda actually. Arrived on a free transfer, started the season well, and I think he's he can invert, he can be that proper left back as well. So, which is what Italiano wants as well. The sort of role Biraghi was playing at Fiorentina. And he's actually pretty decent in general.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good shout because last game he was one of their bright spots as well. That's actually a good shout. By कहाँ रुके थे Ajay भाई आप लोग? Where did we stop?
Sorry, I have one more really important bold prediction.
Sure, go ahead, DJ भाई. जो भी predictions है आप लोग कोई भी बताओ है.
Very important bold prediction. Calafiori back in the Serie.
Oh.
Hard one, but I truly believe it.
Which club?
Where? Which club?
Of course.
But genuinely, I genuinely, whether jokes aside about Juventus, but I see him back in the league.
Fair. If that happens, again, you heard it here first. We can put this.
Yeah, genuinely, that's a bold prediction. Like I genuinely feel.
Yogesh, Ajay bhai, and Chindam, any other bold prediction before we just quickly look at the coming game week and close it off? Any other predictions? The three of you, Costo bhi also, like तूने Miranda बोला, of course. Anyone have anything to say with regards to predictions or anything?
Not bold, yeah. But I think Paz अच्छा करेगा. Nico Paz will play well, yeah, for Como. I feel can't be a bold prediction for it, but I have a lot of expectations. वो अच्छा करेगा, I feel he'll do well, yeah. But yeah, as you said, I think Hakan, yeah, I think he goes under the radar, and he's so vital. And I saw one video where someone had tweeted if some some United fan only tweeted if Jude Bellingham had made that pass, people would have gone mad, something like that. So
हाँ वो हाकान वाला
I
ही है.
think, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel, and बोल तो बोल नहीं सकता हूँ, I really feel Inter are going to run away with the title.
I want to see personally. I want to see Beppe Iacchini back in
Cap.
I don't know
With
which
the cap.
club, but
हाँ.
yeah, with the cap. कोई तो पागल क्लब रहेगा, कोई तो पागल
Cagliari.
क्लब ओनर रहेगा जो
Cagliari,
mid-season-
हाँ, Cagliari.
Yeah, we'll get Pepe and his baseball cap back on the sidelines.
Yeah,
You know, I
that's
think another, I won't say it's bold because he's already done decent for Fiorentina. It's about De Gea. I think because Fiorentina will have a weird topsy-turvy season, and De Gea is away from that negative atmosphere, which is Old Trafford. He will become sort of that revered figure. Because abhi unka defense anyway, it's in tatters. They have a very weird shape. When that happens, there is limited emphasis on De Gea to be good in possession. Because in possession, they're still improving. And when that's the case, and when their backline is not doing as well, that's when De Gea has historically done well. I won't say
he's a great
the
shot
keeper
stopper
of the season or something.
He's always been a great shot stopper.
Yeah.
Penalty.
I think stats wise, if you look at De Gea's last 3 seasons at United, he was an okay shot stopper. Excellent.
I'll never forget this one game. I was at a wedding. It was an Arsenal fan's wedding only, and he kept a screen on his wedding, big screen. Arsenal United match tha. Sanchez and Ozil dono United Arsenal mein the.
14 saves.
Yeah.
I have never seen something like this. Mad saves. And it was some point blank. Sanchez was like, what is happening? Why is the ball not? I think it was eventually a draw. And I saw
no,
that
United won. I think 3-1 or something. Aisa kuch tha.
But Arsenal dominated that game. Arsenal were all over.
I just recently rewatched the highlights of that game, and there was an Arsenal free kick. I don't know who put the ball in the box. Okay, and De Gea made this fantastic reflex save. Okay, replay mein, it is Lukaku defending, and he tries to take a first touch, and his first touch is so poor that it turns into a shot, and De Gea has to react.
Yeah, but it's so funny that you saw that game, because I saw it recently, and I'll never forget that game because we were at an Arsenal fans wedding. You guys will not believe it, DJ. There was a wedding going on. सब वो जो मंत्र पढ़ रहे थे, and when they have, he's actually like, oh, he's doing like this during the mantra. Wow. And all of us were turning into this. There was another friend of mine, he's a football friend, and it was so crazy. And when we, of course, he had to do the thing, and we switched it off and we watched on the mobile, and he was like, guys, result. He was so upset. It didn't look like it was his wedding, but it was a mad game. That day, I think that period was his best time, shayad. And that time,
after that, even as a short stopper, he declined. Yeah. But I think Jasa Fiorentina ka backline hai, it's still sort of taking shape.
It's terrible.
So, at that point, De Gea can do a job. So there will be some David De Gea revisionism this season.
So funnily enough, जो Palladino बोला कि मैं इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक के बाद कीपर की हायरार्की फाइनलाइज करने वाला हूँ, whether it's De Gea
or start in the next game.
Yeah, but whether it's him or Terracciano, अभी पता चलेगा थोड़े दिन में. But yeah, my bold prediction: Rafael Leao last season with Milan.
That is not a bold. That's I think a given. Leao or Theo.
But the way he's playing, no Premier League club will probably take him.
वही वो भी है ना, कौन मतलब वो रिलीज क्लॉज भी है, ओसीमैन वाला सिचुएशन ना हो जाए, मतलब लेआउट से ज्यादा थियो का चांस लग रहा है, वो भी है, मतलब थियो हैज बीन guy has been out of it as well, right Chintan bhai, season start mein at least
terrible even for France, and I can't believe he got benched by Lucas. It's worse, bro. I think as a player I would be ashamed if I'm benched by Digne. My God, like it is terrible, and to say it publicly, Deschamps said it publicly also that I think he'll get a chance. It's very bad, probably, and हो सकता है यार परम, this too much football. I think Theo's not got a break, and the position he requires a lot of running. So I'm not saying I'm giving it to him, but yeah, he needs to up his game.
Yeah. लियाओ देख, लियाओ का अभी तो नहीं लग रहा है, बट देन एज थिंग्स जैसे कोस्को बोला, अगर ऐसे ही चलता रहा, बट अगेन हु विल कम अप विद द मनी? आई वुडंट बी सरप्राइज्ड अगर वो
Chelsea, obviously.
हाँ वो रिलीज क्लॉज है ना, वही देखते हैं. Why might be? I feel Liao will demand more wages. I think, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen because of wages. He likes Milan a lot in that sense, at least. Sorry, ये ले लिया था. My bold prediction: Simone Inzaghi and Cholo Simeone swap clubs at next season. That's quite bold. I don't mind Cholo Simeone them in the distant future. I actually like him as a coach, but he might be done by then. So maybe I don't want him.
Didn't he say it publicly? He would want to manage Inter. बोला था ना
Yeah,
publicly.
he said it. But again, you have to.
वो affiliation इतनी obvious है, so.
Yeah. Also, yeah, we'll go to the game week 4. But one thing is कि he's the highest paid coach in the world, at least in Europe. So मतलब उतना पैसा हमारे पास है नहीं भाई देने को बंदे के लिए. But let's go to game week 4 यार quickly before we take the comments later. We'll take everyone's views. So before anyone drops off, I'll quickly.
Before guys एक comment ले लेते हैं. मैंने काफी बार सुना है. कौस्तु भी आंसर कर ले eventually यार.
क्या?
The fan of which club in Serie? Is that what he means?
No, generally I think दोनों कर ले.
Generally Man United.
Generally it's Man United, but Serie में I find it difficult. मतलब I
come on.
Sort of like Fiorentina, but I won't call myself a fan.
Yeah.
But again, I like all the clubs. I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly.
वो एक जर्नलिस्ट बन के अभी उसको नहीं
जाना. Exactly. Like that guy on The Bachelor,
Yeah.
He's going for options. Can't decide.
No, but I think Del Monte said the same thing. Once you're in that field, you do lose the sight of following one particular club, I guess.
It's very hard, guys. I mean, once you have that affiliation, especially as a guy, I'm so surprised. I didn't know, Kaustav, you're a Man United fan. You're very unlike fan. Very unlike. Like how Param also, I was very surprised when he turned out to be a French fan. He's very unlike.
Serie में wherever there's a good story as in a good football romantic story, I go there. जैसे नापोली का था और whatever Salernitana का बीच में था. So I sort of start to like those. Fiorentina का भी we can say there was a good story there.
Yeah, of course.
I sort of get appealed to that instead of clubs, basically.
That's fair. So Ajay bhai, आपने बोला next game week September, obviously this Saturday only it starts, and we start with Como Bologna, of course. Yeah, अगर Cesc Fabregas, maybe this will be actually interesting, Ajay bhai, because Como and Bologna both have been poor, to be honest. And let's see if maybe Como can get some points here. I don't know. Anyone who wants to add anything briefly on this game, and obviously DJ is there for the Empoli away game, but anyone who wants to briefly say anything about this?
I think Bologna narrow win.
Bologna ने हाँ predict तो कर ही लेते हैं.
सबको लग रहा होगा I'm a Como hater or something. ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
नहीं, but yeah, we can predict at least. Yeah, if everyone wants to predict,
I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. And I just hope for my sake we see Cutrone on the score sheet.
Yeah, fantasy. Yeah. No, I also agree. I think draw. Yogesh, तेरा क्या prediction है?
I would also go for a draw only.
Ajay bhai and DJ bhai?
I think draw, Como win.
Como
win, finally. Oh.
Pelotti to score his first goal.
ठीक है. So Como win, right? Yeah, and Empoli, DJ bhai, ये game आपका what's the news like in terms of the build up very briefly? क्या expected है lineup wise ये?
I have not tuned into the news for the build up, but I feel if they've recovered most of the guys, Nico is recovered. I think it will be perhaps a 2-1 to Juve.
2-1 to Juve, fair. Yeah, मुझे भी Juve win लग रहा है, like because Empoli is playing well, but I think narrow win, maybe 1-0 or something. Kostum?
2-1 Juve.
2-1 Juve. Ajay bhai?
Narrow win Juve.
Narrow win Juve. Chintan and Yogesh?
Yeah, I think Juve will win it. I think narrowly. Empoli play very well. It'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game to watch. But I think Juve will sneak this.
Yeah, UA 1-0.
Yeah, UA
Because no
1-0.
Fazzini is a blow.
नो फज्जिनी एग्जैक्टली और यूए का आई नो कॉन्सेसाओ फिट नहीं है बट आई थिंक अगेन वो डेप्थ तो है यार but yeah again
But
timings are
they play their. What will be interesting is if they've recovered their first choice midfield from the start. That will be interesting to watch.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Kefren is still out, but if they get minutes together, it'll be very interesting.
yeah by the way Ajay bhai before we move on एक interesting article में just पढ़ा डीमार्जियो ने पोस्ट किया Perotti announced his retirement from football at 30
Perotti just announced his retirement.
yeah quite interesting here because एक point पे तो क्या player था obviously one of those Mikoli type bowlers of sorts as they say
Yeah, Mercury,
Yeah.
one of the mavericks of the game, man.
Yeah. No, I just saw it. Yeah, but yeah, Chintan, I'll start with you. Milan, Venezia, 5. Come on, yaar. Either to Di Francesco ko to hara. Like, with all due respect, like, I don't hate Venezia or anything. But come on, this has to be a win for Milan, right?
Yeah. There's no option. This can't be. There can't be
Exactly, no option.
This is a game changer for him. I think this
Yeah.
is one of the games where his future will be decided. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm going to go say this here on live here that even if we end up sacking Fonseca, this is not on Fonseca, man. This is
Yeah.
not on him. This is the players not turning up. This is. I'll be very sad. A manager getting sacked in the first 4-5 games. He's not got time to implement his tactics. So, but yeah, this should be a Milan. I won't be surprised if Milan concede. So I'll go for a 2-1 win with Milan.
Yeah, just to take a this thing of the बाकी लोग आप लोग भी दे दो sorry आप लोग भी like Ajay bhai, what do you think is happening here
3-1 Milan.
3-1 Yogesh
Milan 1-0 down, then recovered to win 2-1.
Wow.
अच्छा बोला बाद में वो.
I also think Milan finally जीतेगा. I think international break से थोड़ा help भी मिल गया होगा. Costo, what do you think?
I would say 2-0 Milan, but not the most convincing win. But again, winning is all that matters at this point.
Yeah, they need a win. And DJ bhai, what about you?
2-0. 1 goal each half.
Fair enough. And by the way, if anyone's expecting like an in-depth preview, हम लोग वो सब नहीं करें. We are just giving predictions because pretty much जो teams के बारे में आपको जानना है हमने हमारे मेगा प्रीव्यू में कर लिया है. So that pretty much holds true to be honest. So वो आप बाद में जाके देख सकते हो. जेनुआ रोमा अजय भाई आप इस गेम का लाइव स्ट्रीम करने वाले हो आपके चैनल पे. Sorry, watch along I mean. So आपसे ही स्टार्ट करते हैं. क्या प्रेडिक्शन लग रहा है आपको?
Tough 1-0 away win. Hopefully Dobbik scores.
So अब win you think मरासी में जीत सकते हो ठीक है fair enough.
1-0.
It's a tough game.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. And it's like scrappy goal you mean कि नहीं proper?
Yeah. I whatever, just get the goal, get the 3 points.
Chintan bhai?
Yeah, I feel this has a potential to be a draw, man. But I'm biased towards Roma, so I would want them to win. But I think they'll concede. So 2-1 to Roma, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think Dobbik finally on the score sheet. Even I think so.
Yeah. I think draw लग रहा है मुझे but again with the Merati
Draw
injury
लग रहा
थोड़ा bench strength कम हो जाती है even with the Zanoli injury. So शायद Roma nick it या draw. Costo, what about you?
I think 1-0 Roma. Dobbik नहीं Dybala scoring.
Okay.
Right.
And Yogesh and DJ bhai?
Yeah, like Roma winning it, but just winning it.
Tough one. I think another draw for Roma. Scoring draw. 1-1.
Yeah. Actually, Roma's fixture list is quite tough. Ajay bhai, अभी देखा जाए तो मतलब people are saying मतलब right from the start 3-0 Bologna, 2-1 Bologna, UA to win 2-0 or 2-1, Empoli 1-0 for says Streams of Dreams. Very interesting. 5-1 Milan says Mir का confidence आ गया.
Genoa Roma last season was when Mourinho's future was being questioned. वो बिल्कुल starting में before the Empoli वाला whatever it was 6-7-0 वाला.
Absolutely. Yeah. Milan 5-0 says Udbhav. Roma says Roma 2-1 win says Yoshikage. 2-2 draw says Deepesh. Krish, who's decided to support Genoa, says 2-1 to Genoa. Dovbik missing a pen. Roma 1-0 says
नहीं मारेगा Dobbik नहीं मारेगा.
हाँ ये इंटरेस्टिंग गेम है एक्चुअली बिकॉज आई कैन सी दिस बीइंग अ वेरी लीकी गेम कॉस्टो क्या लग रहा है इधर क्या होगा यू सेड फियोरेंटीना इज सॉर्ट ऑफ योर क्लब क्या लग रहा है तेरे को इधर फियोरेंटीना लीड
I would say Atlanta 3-1. Retegui getting a goal once again.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Atalanta wins this. I don't know Fiorentina. I don't think can take this. DJ bhai, what do you think?
I think high scoring draw 2-2.
Fair enough. Chintan bhai?
I think Atlanta same. Yeah, Kaustubh. I think 3-1 Atlanta winning this.
Hmm.
I hope he starts CDK and he's not
Guys,
stupid enough.
give Palladino a chance. He's a guy. He's got
Yeah,
it in
yeah,
him.
he might, but the defense is too leaky, and I think at this moment Atlanta might just take advantage of it. And
I
they
think
need a
the problem why for me it's this international break kind of reverses things a little bit.
Ha.
Guys who are struggling are able to maintain that little bit of parity and find their footing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I feel that they'll have some momentum, Fiorentina.
Yeah, that's true. That's where I feel Milan might thoda do better as well in general. And this Venezia game is coming at the right time. Yogesh, tera kya prediction? And Ajay bhai, yours?
Just going for Atalanta win. BRB.
Okay, Yogesh.
Atlanta are out to prove a point here. Like Inter से जो उनको मिला था. Fashion, they are out to prove a point. So I think they'll win it handsomely.
Fair enough. Torino Lecce. ये तो मैं सीधा Torino win बोलूंगा. As much as I like Lecce, मुझे लग रहा है
Torino.
Yeah, I think Torino must करेगी इधर फिर से. I feel. क्या? What do you think, Chintan bhai?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think I'm going to be supporting them also this season. I don't see them. They're so well structured. Yeah, I don't see them conceding also. Yeah, so I just hope Illich will be scoring again. I feel so. Torino with a 2-0 win.
Yogesh.
I think this is going to be a draw here.
Oh, interesting. ठीक है, draw. Costo, what do you think? Dorgu तो suspended है, मतलब obviously he's been getting great reviews for Denmark over the international break. बहुत अच्छा player है. क्या लग रहा है तुझे?
I think Zapata masterclass and they get a 3-1 or a 3-0 win. I mean Torino.
Fair enough. And Ajay and DJ bhai?
Torino win.
Torino 2-0.
Torino 2-0. Fair enough. Yogesh, let's come to you यार. Cagliari, Napoli, Nicola versus Conte. क्या थोड़ा कुछ है background इस game का, मतलब anything मतलब are all players available?
एक ये कवारास्केलिया को शायद से इंजरी थी, तो बट ही वाज प्लेइंग थ्रू द इंजरी ड्यूरिंग हिज इंटरनेशनल कमिटमेंट. दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड कि इंटरनेशनल फुटबॉल मुझे बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं आ रहा आजकल. तो
Can you see McTominay start?
नहीं, स्टार्ट तो नहीं करेगा. लाइक अपीयरेंस भले कर ले, स्टार्ट तो नहीं करेगा.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair. पर तेरा स्कोर लीग है, प्रेडिक्शन क्या है?
प्रेडिक्शन है 2-0 फॉर नापोली.
2-0. हाँ, 2-0 नापोली. I think 2-1 नापोली. मुझे लग रहा है कैलियरी से थोड़ा फाइट मिलेगा, बट या बट अगेन बुंजोर्नो भी है ना, सो शायद 1-0 नापोली बोलेगा मैं. चिंतन, व्हाट अबाउट यू? चिंतन भाई.
I think 2-3-0 जीतेगी नापोली यार. स्टेटमेंट है कैलियरी. I think this will be a good statement, coming back fresh रहेगा. Conte on a mission. So, and I'm going to go say if McTominay comes on, he's going to score as usual.
Yeah. आपका स्कॉटिश वो आपका जो आपको पसंद है इतने स्कॉटिश प्लेयर्स. इट्स एक्चुअली गुड टू सी. चित्तन में आप तो पूछोगे चे एडम्स, स्कॉट मैकटोमिने, बिली गिलमोर, मतलब
And Gilmore was at one point in time we had Chelsea fans, and I thought he's going to be a big player. Yeah, मतलब पता नहीं where his growth got stunted, but I'm very happy to see him getting his time. So
yeah,
I think when he reached the height 5'4", that's when his growth got stunted.
Yeah, DJ bhai, what about you?
2-0, yeah. Naples 2-0. Comfy.
Cool. Costo bhai, Ajay bhai?
I think 2-0, but this is the game where we see Napoli play like a Conte team from the very start. But this is like Nicola versus Conte, battle of the Italian terrace.
Yeah. 5 at the back, 5 at the back.
Two managers with great hair.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's fun. Both short-tempered personalities also. I mean, that's actually quite must. कुछ होना चाहिए इस मैच में, I think.
Let me play the devil's advocate and going for a 2-2 draw between Cagliari and Napoli.
Interesting.
Even you have taken an oath to mess around with Yogesh.
वो रोमा नापोली बीफ लग रहा है मुझे, चलने वाला है ये सीजन थोड़ा. But yeah, I think इसके बाद 2 ही गेम है Monza Inter. What I've heard is there's going to be rotation because
यार ये छोड़ दे यार, ये prediction मत कर, छोड़ दे
ये यार, ये
नहीं,
तो प्लीज इंसल्ट मत कर यार हम लोग
क्या नहीं
टेनिस
Yeah, I'll
टेनिस
say
वो होता है ना
Tennis with-
गेम सेट मैच 6-2
हाँ,
ऐसा
एकदम।
set
no,
हो
what
जाएगा.
I'm hearing is Arnautovic might start, so then that's a problem, right? So maybe I'll say 2-0, but again, yeah, 2-0 because I don't like this Monza team also, and I think we'll be fine generally. Thoda rotation expected hai because the Man City game is midweek, and then obviously the Milan derby is there. So 2-0 I would say safe. वो लेचे गेम जो देखा ना अपने चिंतन भाई, जिसमें
हाँ.
इंटर डिडंट play एकदम 100% पे intentionally.
Yeah.
I think that kind of boring game where Inter just looks to control. I think that's what we'll see. 2-0. बाकी
ये
लोग के
कमेंट बेस्ट है, ये कमेंट बेस्ट है.
क्या
7-0 Inter.
7-0
Arnautovic hat trick.
Yeah. He'll probably pull his hamstring doing that. Yeah.
On the contrary, I feel the same thing. I think Inter तो 2-0 करेगा, सेकंड गियर में पूरा गेम जीत जाएगा, सेकंड गियर में.
हाँ,
I
same
don't-
same वही
Yeah,
है.
This
because
is what
Man
I
City
think they are going to give Milan some hope कि हम लोग अच्छा नहीं खेल रहे हैं, and derby में तो 6-2 ऐसा कुछ टेनिस स्कोर होने वाला है, पता नहीं. I'm not going to watch the derby anyway. So
ये क्या है यार, ये क्या है? but Costo, what about you? Costo, Bajay bhai, Yogesh and DJ bhai, what are your predictions?
I think
like
2-0,
Chintan.
but it's
Second,
like-
third game.
I think same Inter 2-0 where Inter don't even get out of second year but still get the win.
And Yogesh?
Yeah, Inter are too strong for Monza. Yeah, they easily win this.
And DJ bhai and Ajay bhai?
3 love Inter.
Same
Fair
2-0, 3-0 Inter यार. इसमें कुछ है नहीं.
Straightforward. Yeah, it's a straightforward
Yeah.
game.
But this is actually, if you think about it, ये थोड़ा underrated game है Ajay bhai, Parma Udinese, because Udinese is making life tough for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And we rate Parma. Obviously, they had a shocker against Napoli because of Suzuki. But other than that, we have a high-flying Parma versus a थोड़ा Udinese that is ready to spoil anyone's day. क्या लग रहा है आपको, इधर क्या होगा?
Classic 0-0 draw. Serie.
0-0. And by the way, yeah, this guy's suspended, so maybe you have to वो भी है. Of course, Suzuki is suspended. But 0-0 draw. Okay, I think maybe draw या maybe Parma nicks it. Costo, what about you?
I think 1-0 Parma.
1-0 Parma. And Chintan bhai?
Dennis man 1-0.
Dennis man. And DJ bhai and Yogesh, what about you?
1-0 Parma.
Yogesh?
I would give this win to Udinese instead of Parma.
Ooh. I can see it happening. Nice one. Udinese, ठीक है. ये actually किसी ने तो पहले बोला ना. Yeah. Someone brought up
Politically सबसे interesting game होने वाला है.
Yeah, this is the most interesting game where Mussolini versus
Hitler.
क्या लग रहा है? Yeah, Hitler. इस गेम में क्या होगा यार? अजय भाई, आपकी फेवरेट लाजियो से चालू करते हैं.
दो हेलास वेरोना प्लेयर तो जाएंगे लाजियो. मतलब उन लोग आफ्टर द गेम दे विल अच्छा come to this dressing room, you are a Lazio player from today. But
Yeah.
I think Lazio wins this.
Lazio wins, okay. Comfortably या ये edge out कर ऐसा predict?
Maybe like a no, it'll be a tough win. Maybe a 2-1 or something.
Fair enough. Chintan bhai?
Yeah, man. I think Lazio will win this.
Lazio wins. By the way, Juan Manuel Cruz, Julio Cruz का बेटा है. If nobody noticed, उसका बेटा है. But yeah, I think high scoring
we need to
draw.
do a father and son video, man. We need to do a father and son. So many great names playing in Serie A this year.
Yeah. I think high scoring draw. I don't know why. I feel Hellas Verona वही. The more you hate them, somehow they end up getting points. So I'll maybe temper my expectations down so that they lose. But yeah, I think draw. Costo and DJ, what about you?
I was going to say 1-1.
1-1. And DJ bhai?
Tough one. Lazio to nick it 2-1.
2-1. Yogesh?
Lazio wins this.
Lazio wins this. Fair enough. Yeah, I
अरे
think
बॉस before we move on, बॉस वो इंटर मोन्जा में तो भले टेनिस स्कोर हो जाएगा. I just hope my life will be fulfilled अगर if we see Maldini on the score sheet. वो मजा रहेगा देखने में.
yeah.
Daniel scoring would be ultimate. मतलब वो
Yeah.
पता है वो मीम आते हैं वो last on the podium and that guy is celebrating
हाँ.
वैसा होगा 5-0 up and Maldini एक गोल मार देगा वैसा.
Yeah, I know which way. Because Ajay bhai also rates him, right? So I'm sure Ajay bhai Ajay bhai invested stocks into Daniel Maldini. So of course he would want him to score. थोड़े फटाफट comments लेके I think we'll close this. I don't think there is any major news per se. San Siro का news आते रहता है. We'll discuss it in some other news. I know there is development happening.
यार परम बोरिंग हो गया अभी.
Yeah, I am also bored of that.
Every time new कुछ मॉडल आ जाता है, न्यू जगह आ जाती है, न्यू न्यूज आते हैं. It's very boring to talk about.
नया स्कीम लेके आता ना वो कौन से मूवी पे हेरा फेरी
वाला बड़ा. अजय every time एक टाइम न्यूज आता है that they have decided to make one big stadium. Then news आते हैं कि one will stay, San Siro, one will move out. Then
I am annoyed with it.
अरे भाई एक तो बनने तो 2 स्टेडियम तो दूर की बात है यार.
Yeah, I'm tired of that. Ayan, nice to have you if you're still here. Rabiot will stay in Serie. Absolutely not here. I don't. No mid-table, bottom-table club can afford him basically.
Right now, we don't even know if he'll stay in Europe because Saudi.
Yeah. My bold prediction is
Greece or something. Greece ka bhi transfer window is I think still open.
Greece ka khula hai, correct. Yeah. My bold prediction is Conte getting sacked by the end of the season. He starts making demands like he always does, and ADL grows frustrated and pulls the trigger on him. Conte and ADL is not a good duo. Ho sakta hai.
This will happen at some point.
Yeah.
This season or the next.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we will all be demanding a Yogesh reaction video of sorts to that. So वो definitely रहेगा. Ashutosh says Juve will win the league. Fair play. My favorite Serie A player is Bastoni. Which is something quite Twitter has been going
crazy. Is better, please.
Yeah, of course.
Since the Gazzetta headlines, कि Bastoni played like.
It is so embarrassing that an Italian-based newspaper doing this after knowing how generally it works, and Bastoni has been a rock. Surprising.
It is quite funny. I was having a laugh. मतलब ठीक है, that's Italian newspapers for you. Nunez or Vlahovic, who is more clinical? DJ bhai. This is
David Nunez.
Darwin Nunez or
Liverpool wala.
Yeah.
Come on, why is this even a question? I don't understand.
Yeah, clearly.
Wow, temperamentally also so much better.
Yeah. Rabiot's
they can play together.
play them together. Yeah. Bundesliga mein Jovic was good. Yes, Jesus, but he had Rebic and of course Haller with him. वो एक trio बन गया था. After that, Jovic, Chintan bhai, I'm pretty sure he's quite frustrated with the player Jovic is today. Vlahovic, easy क्या लिखा? Vlahovic and Nunez is a flop. Okay, yeah, I don't agree with that. Sorry. इस बार Juve जीतेगा Serie A. That's fair. Juventus रहेगा Serie A race. I think we all agree with that. Juve will do good, but crumble at the end of the season. Okay. Anything on Rabiot? Nothing. Just a free agent enjoying life. Do you guys see Leao? Vacationing पैसा तो है भाई. Do you see Leao leaving next summer? Leaving Milan next summer? चिंतन भाई का तो रहेगा thoughts इस पे. I want someone else to predict this. Anyone, just one person. Yes or no? Simple. Anyone who wants to predict. Yes. And DJ, will Milan get the desired money for him ever? Do you think if he were to leave?
It depends how you partner. If it's on bad terms, really, then player will kind of makes all the difference. Yeah, what is clear though, it's only going to be either Leao at the end of the season or Fonseca. If Fonseca's still here at the end of the season, most likely Leao's gone.
And the weird part is, I think Mendes is trying to create a nexus around Milan where everyone is his banda. Leao is his banda, Fonseca is his banda. So, abhi jaise DJ bhai said ki one of them will stay. Mendes is going to make sure of that.
Yeah,
and even the Conceição rumors were because of Mendes. And the fact that they were saying if Conceição joins that Lille right back, what's his name? Thiago Santos, I think.
Yes, he was heavily linked with us.
So they were saying if Conceição joins, 2 other players from Lille who are Mendes clients will also join, which clearly mentions
shopping
tells
center
you that this is a.
But that is how Mendes was.
Machine.
पूरा control कर रहा था एक time पे यार. So that is how. But this, imagine another player to put down who we did not go for and bought Emerson Royal. Just imagine.
Yeah. Whoever will beat Man City. Oof, that's an interesting prediction.
I need that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't rule it out personally.
It's good for football. Yeah, it's It's very good for football.
I don't rule it
Man
out.
City losing is always good for football.
It's interesting. You can never say, this. I genuinely, normally, with Juve in Europe, I wouldn't be so optimistic. But whatever little flashes I saw of the fully, all the players that Motta had asked for when they all played together, that midfield was really cooking. You know, just the way they were holding the ball, the way they were regaining possession, the way they were distributing it. It's been a while since I've seen that movement in a UA midfield.
Yeah.
So wouldn't put it past it. It'll be an interesting game against City.
Yeah, I think UA will definitely have something against say like I think any even UA Inter and I think Milan ka bhi after the international break. I don't know why I feel they'll be slightly better off, but let's see.
Oh, they will be. They will be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think UA cannot maintain consistency through whole season with so many games. We have seen teams crumbling. Title unless you're a Napoli. um, okay, so I get what he means. Like, पर Real, all I will say is कि yeah, sure UA like Inter have a lot of games to play, but again दोनों टीम में depth है अभी. It's just कि आप बोल सकते हो UA में it's all a bit new right now, but again you never know at the end of the day.
But guys, I mean, we don't know how it'll end. But what's a positive sign is that Motta's playing a lot of the youngsters. It's not just the guys he's bought. He's promoting youngsters from the next gen to kind of play, which makes a big difference over the course of a long season, right? When you're playing 50 games, and these guys are being given the confidence in the right moments. That also is a very important thing, when the team's going through a hard time.
Yeah, नहीं agree. I feel for this guy. इसको हमने recommend किया Monza support करने को योगेश. He's going to get relegated, bro. Next season तुझे Serie B के illegal streams भेजेंगे, but no. Try to stick around Edgewood. You can switch clubs. It was all casual anyways. Inter, UA, Napoli, Atalanta, Roma says Hirendra. तो Milan किधर है? 6th पे. Interesting. I know Hirendra is very high on Parma. He likes Parma a lot. So yeah. Ajay, do you think Roma can qualify for the seal? He's just coming back. His laptop hung. So he's just rejoining quickly. So I'll just start this Yoshikage. Closing her stream. I think the next comment again. Swarnim Bhai was here. I don't know if he's still here. You, of course, UA fan. I'll exchange Napoli, Atalanta. I think this was around Chintan Bhai's prediction. So fair enough. Yeah, Rabio. I mean, Inter, UA, Napoli, Atalanta, Roma, Lazio, Milan, Parma. Milan 7th. Oof. Fiorentina, Torino, relegation, Como, Venezia. Fair enough. Romanian boys are going to light up the league. I like that prediction. Ajay bhai, आपके लिए question था.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah.
Yes, hopefully that should be the goal.
Fair enough. Real CF में तेरा भाई अगले stream में लेता हूँ because I've not had time to think as we were discussing it. It's very tough. And if you are looking at era from what I have watched, which is 2003, it's still not simple to pick, right? So थोड़ा time दे. I've taken a screenshot, ठीक है? Do you guys think नहीं ये तो ले लिया था? Sorry, whatever start questions I'm addressing first. Wait, quickly, we are just wrapping this up, guys. The only person thinks Conceição has a higher ceiling. Very quickly, DJ, what do you think of this?
I would tend to agree in terms of just natural flow, but I think Yildiz is, over the course of just the facets of the game, he's the more consistent, disciplined player. So, Conceição, I think, just has that very natural talent in terms of his ability with the ball, dribbling, his beating his man one-on-one. But Yildiz has a little bit more intelligence in his game, which makes him perhaps a better all-round player. Though the player I'm most excited about, on the wings is Conceição. Because he's got this amazing ability on the ball, amazing with the dribble. He's got a good shot, cuts in really well. Very European type of player.
Yeah. That I also agree. I agree with that. So this was answered. Bodhayan, tera jo question tha Capon Canonier ka, we all gave our views. So I hope you saw it. Lukaku may be a dark horse. I agree. Lukaku with Conte, I personally feel he will be there. DJ White doesn't agree. Fair enough.
I don't agree with Vlaho also.
I know you are quite upset with Vlahovic. You said it.
No chance. Yeah, he's not the guy who's got it in him. So I think Dobbik maybe is an outside chance. Maybe if he remains fit. Lukaku, I don't see it. I don't know why. It's just sensation, gut. Not seeing it.
Fair enough.
Lautaro by a country mile, guys. I mean, it won't even be close.
I think that was last few comments because Swarnim Bhai is also here. Napoli might win unless they lose another title in the Hotel of Florence. Oh my God. Nice one, nice one. What if there is UA Inter final this season as a bold prediction? Oh, bhai, I know I don't have good memories of it. Of course, last day पे जब जाता है ये पढ़ा है उसके बारे में, of course. So, but I hope not.
Unless he meant Champions League final.
Oh, that. Oh भाई, वो हुआ तो we'll be feasting. मतलब screening कर लेंगे भाई उसके लिए, और कुछ नहीं, देख लेंगे ऐसा कुछ हुआ तो. EC Milan, yeah, he is a good talent, Zeroli and Popovic at Napoli, but I don't think Conte will play him, Popovic ko. Roma season will kick off when Dovbyk scores his first goal. He's the key. Ajay bhai, Samunli said that. आपको लग रहा है Dovbyk ही रहेगा, मतलब key?
Yeah, I think because he is the striker, he is the focal point. So I think a lot remains if he gets that 15 goals should be his target, in my opinion.
Yeah, 15 should be the target. Toven has a weird career. Mexico में था और अभी इधर Udinese में आ गया. Yeah, Milan loanee, Empoli breakthrough player.
Second part नहीं पड़ा. Is Insigne coming back?
कहाँ पर है? Sorry, I missed it. Insigne is not coming.
Biggest comment kind.
हाँ, sorry. नहीं, Insigne is not. Insigne is done यार. Insigne has no place in Serie, I feel anymore.
Hamsik might come back though if you want.
Chintan
Lecce moving with Rebic and Insigne.
Oh yeah, Insigne. Chintan is definitely talking about Colombo, right? Has to be Colombo.
Colombo.
Yeah.
उसका हर साल लगता है.
हाँ, उसका हर साल लगता है.
Every year he scores 1-2 bangers and then disappears.
Yeah, Giovanni Fabian is a good shout, Hirendra. Coppola ठीक है, but Fabian अच्छा. And I'm pretty sure Inter will be keeping an eye because we have the right to buy him back. So if Fratesi for some reason leaves, then I'm pretty sure Fabian, they'll buy him back for 12 million. Emerson Royal se kya expectations? I don't want to annoy Chintan bhai, so we'll just close this last two comments I'll take. I'd win UCL before Arsenal wins a trophy. Oh boy. Season MVP will be Kvaratskhelia. Ancelotti back to AC Milan is Shivam's bold prediction. Baapre. Okay. Costume by ये ले लिया था. ये आपके लिए चिंतन में. My first match was Milan versus Real Madrid. My dad told me whoever wins you support them. Madrid won, but he has a soft spot for AC Milan. Fair enough. 3-0.
What a way to decide. That's so cute. What a way to decide.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
Only if Milan. बोलो चिंतन में. You were saying something?
No, I'm just saying, what a way to decide.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. Ravi, we are optimistic about Torino not because of the start, it's because of the coach. Fair enough to say they could finish 12th, ho sakta hai. But we really rate their coach Paolo Vanoli. Players, yeah, he did not have a good market. Their owner is an ass, but still the coach is very good. That's why we rate them pretty much. King Mo Salary, yeah. Ha, Liverpool. Chitan Bhai will be on Menace in the Monk, by the way, doing a preview for the game. So definitely keep an eye. Cagliari, Empoli and Venezia to get relegated, says Swarnim. Yeah, he did. I don't think there is anything else, Ajay. Anything else you want to, or wrap it up? I don't think there's anything else to be. This we can wrap up with this one question if anyone wants to answer. This is quite an interesting one. That's why I felt like almost like a point of discussion. किसी को ये Cannavaro ने बोला था, Lautaro is the only Serie A player that can play for Real Madrid or Manchester City. He did say this. Anyone who wants to say
not the only, yeah. Like even Bastoni, Barella start for any club in the world.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any thoughts? Chintan, any thoughts on this? Cannavaro said this.
I don't agree. Yeah, a lot of players in the system.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I think
I
agree with this.
Fabio Cannavaro ki Paolo Cannavaro?
Good question.
ये योगेश भड़क गया, बोला था नापोली प्लेयर मेंशन नहीं किया तो भड़क गया हो. पर योगेश तेरे क्या थॉट्स है? चिंतन भाई के भी लेके क्लोज कर देते इस पे.
यार ये थोड़ा सेरिया को अंडर सेलिंग कर रहे हैं, but there are many players who can play in Madrid or City.
I think abhi we saw Calafiori go to Arsenal, who's never played for that. He played for Roma, but he's wasn't at that big Seven Sisters wala club. Ab Ricci playing so well for Italy won't be a surprise. And Okoli is playing was at Atlanta loan at Frosinone. वो Premier League चला गया. So to say that, to make a statement like that is plain weird.
Yeah. Chintan bhai
Did
to
he
prove
really
a
say
point.
that?
Dude,
Bolo, bolo.
How are we saying?
Did he really
How
say
are we
that?
saying that?
Bolo, bolo.
Yeah,
Exactly.
how are we saying? First of all, my biggest concern is how are people looking past Bastoni? He'll walk, dance with his eyes closed into this Real Madrid lineup.
Yeah.
What? He's unbelievable.
Especially
And
with that
like City
backline
also.
injury situation.
Why just Bastoni? What
Yeah.
about Buongiorno?
Yeah. Look, Buongiorno is a very good shout, to be honest. What
Like,
slept
why?
on.
I mean,
No, yeah, chalo, DJ, we can actually say, chalo, Buongiorno first season coming up. Bastoni has been a rock and silently performing for, and especially when it comes to City and Madrid, I think Bastoni would start for both of them, hands down.
but same for Barella, since I mean, Madrid even
Yeah,
wanted
Barella, of
Barella
course.
for the longest time.
Barella, but I don't know. Me and
In
Ajay
fact,
were
I would
talking
say
about the same
Barella
thing.
ahead of Lautaro with regard to
Fair play.
playing in a team like
Exactly.
Madrid.
And I think 6 months later, we will be talking about how Tijani Reinders can actually play for
Oh,
City and
look,
all
yeah,
of that.
he's been fantastic of late. Chintan bhai ke
वो तो
ek
already
positive
चालू
is-
है.
Yeah.
He's
हाँ.
already he was linked with Xavi, wanted him very badly, but yeah, man, वो तो होने वाला है. It's just that I think it's just baiting. These comments are just
Yeah.
baits, man.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah, you look at Bremer at Juve, also great player from a point
Yeah.
of view. He
Yeah,
do
yeah,
really
Bremer.
well. He do really
Yeah.
well at a City.
Yeah,
Really well.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
Had
Yeah.
had Paulo Cannavaro said this, na, I would have been, like, ठीक है, but ये actually Fabio Cannavaro ने बोला है, so
Yeah.
Very surprising, Fabio said. It's very-
फोन लगा यार, फोन लगा उसको, योगेश.
Yeah, I think we can close this here. अच्छा discussion था. I don't think there are any more other comments. Ajay bhai, you want to plug your
Yeah,
channel then?
Yeah, guys, doing a live watch along Sunday को at Ajay Menon Talk Sport, Genoa versus Roma. So Kush, hopefully you can come. We'll have some fun. मजा आएगा. And
Yeah. And you've recorded a video with Drogba, right? You want to
just recorded a video with Rock Baba that's coming soon. Yogesh, definitely keep your eyes on that without
Lukaku
giving
pen,
anything
right?
away.
that everyone I think knows by now, Ajay bhai. You posted it anyways. But
Pretty
yeah,
much,
Chintan
pretty
bhai will be on Menace on the Monk on Monday, right? Chintan bhai, if I'm not wrong, Monday or something. I think Chintan bhai is hung. Yeah, Chintan bhai will be on Menace and the Monk in the following week. So there be he'll do the preview. We'll try to do previews for the UCL game. We'll see the schedule and
Yes.
try to do it.
Yes.
But yeah, nothing else here. We are on. I think we just crossed 960 subscribers. So again,
Lovely.
thank you as always, yeah, guys. बस अभी और 39 ही बचा है, पहुंचा दो 1000 पे. Costo का आप XG store follow कर लो. You know there is a giveaway coming, so we'll keep you posted. And yeah, nothing here. Spread the word, and we'll see you next time around for the next episode.
Buonanotte. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao tutti.